so that you have this uninterrupted presentation. Huh? Yeah, chaliye.
Can you all see my screen?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay. So yeah, I welcome everyone again. Good morning again. So this is day 2. As I said in the group, there were some DM questions I received, although I did answer them personally, but I thought those were valid questions and should also be discussed in the group before we start the presentation. Not go very deep into them, but just discuss high level. Okay, and also I observed that there are many people who are very, very beginners, and some of the concepts or the terminologies that the active traders, like at least the 5+ years experienced traders use, and that just went full toss for many yesterday. So, okay, so I'll try to remain very basic today, and although the content today is a little advanced than yesterday, but the layman explanation, I'll try that it will be as plain English as possible for all. Okay, so one of the question was that a few days back I said I'll explain line break chart, and I did not yesterday. Okay, so I'll quickly explain that. So what is a line break chart? Okay, where do you find that? First of all, you go over here. Here are your different types of charts that are available. Okay, candle chart, line chart, Heikin-Ashi chart, and then there is a line break chart. Now, what screenshot I sent in the group around, I think, a week back, which one of the member picked up. He said to discuss this. Okay, so what this chart is, this is the line break chart of Nifty divided by India VIX. Okay, if you need content around what is a line break chart, I'll share a link. This is the TradingView link itself, where what about a line break chart is perfectly explained. Okay, but very high level, the line break charts, they do not contains the VIX. It is a period 3, meaning the closing prices of past the past 3 days. This is a daily time frame, so that is taken. So if the price is price today from the last 3 close is up above, it will start plotting a line break as a green, as rising, or as an uptrend. If it is falling, then it will plot a red one. So this it's kind of a chart which is much more cleaner when compared to a candlestick chart, because candlestick chart has a lot of candles and unnecessary noise as well. So to be able to do certain kind of technical analysis, some people, or rather the a little more advanced technical analyst, they use line break chart. That is an overview about line break chart. Now, what is this chart about? So that chart.
Chart?
It is better than Heikin-Ashi chart in the sense Heikin-Ashi chart gives the smoothing of the data. This also does the same. It's just that you can change the period over here as well. If you double click on settings, you can change data number of line that you can change. So in Heikin-Ashi, for every day you will get a one candle, okay, one Heikin-Ashi candle. But in here you can club a lot of candles together, like your candles. When I say, let's say I change it to 10, you'll see it'll start clubbing your data inside in a much shorter time span, meaning a zoomed in version of the chart that you saw earlier. But the default setting is 3, and I also recommend that setting. You can also read about here. The default setting, line setting is 3. Okay, the most common that everyone uses. It is better in the sense it does not contain any wick. So in Heikin-Ashi charts, you see wicks like some lines at the top and the bottom. So all of that unnecessary information is removed when we move to line break chart. Now, within the line break chart, this particular chart is Nifty by India VIX. So what is Nifty by India VIX? That with respect to the volatility in the market, how is Nifty behaving. Okay, we are comparing Nifty with respect to the fear factor, India VIX. India VIX for the beginners is very basic. If India VIX is very low, that means market may fear is very less. India VIX is high, like in COVID time, it was very high. That means the fear factor was very high. Typically, when the India VIX is very high or rising, the market tends to collapse or go in a downtrend. But it is also a myth that it always collapses. Always India VIX always rises when market falls. That is okay. That is a myth. India VIX can also rise if the market rises. It depends upon how the option prices are structured, because India VIX ka mathematical calculation is done using the option ka pricing. There is a mathematical research paper that's there on the NSE that you can read how India VIX calculation is done. Not go details into India VIX, but this chart is how is Nifty with India VIX, and we are comparing this ratio chart on line break. Now, what you see is, if I just zoom out, it is in this kind of a pattern. Okay, I've made some trend lines on bottom and the top, and then there are certain where it has always hit these levels. Okay, and it has reversed. So when you do certain kind of technical analysis, let me just add RSI, a very plain simple one to this. Now, what you see here is, for example, the recent one. So I had it always, this is my plain vanilla template from a very long time, 2-3 years. So when it hit here, I don't know if anyone from my Telegram group remembers it, but I said this is the area, this is the point where the foolish money comes into the market and they tends to get trapped. Okay, and RSI may also, you can see it is at the overbought levels. Historically, yahan pe bhi it has happened the same. Historically, it has happened the same over here as well. And yahan pe it has not hit, but there is an RSI, at the overbought, and then finally it has crossed with this moving average. Okay, like you see in the hilega milega kind of a template as well. So historically, you can see that, and the smart money actually comes at these levels. At when you see the RSI is at the oversold levels, meaning below 30 or in the 20s, deep in the 20s, it is very good time to make long-term investments, or whatever you want to do, CSP or whatever you do, cash secured put, anything you want to go with a bullish bias, is these are the points in the time that you can also save this kind of a template. This is the idea I wanted to convey when I said we will discuss in the group that okay, with certain kind of
MACD also here. Can you add MACD also and then see whether the same top are being formed?
Yeah, we can
add. Just add MACD and then see whether same, exactly the same thing is happening. Very good.
Okay.
Same top. Yeah.
Yeah, so these what I wanted to convey, another message is, these kind of tops and bottoms, they often print every 1 year or every 1 year, 1 or 18 months, I can say. So you keep this, you can draw for it for yourself, take a snapshot, or I'll send in the group again. Keep these certain kind of templates saved. For example, right now we can see India VIX is rising and Nifty is has fallen. Okay, that is what has been printed by the red line breaks. Okay, and there was a pullback recently, which has now it is hovering here. But you can always do certain more kind of analysis. All different kind of it might take a support till bounce to yahan se bounce aa jayega, RSI yahin pe hi, it can be oversold. You can keep checking and reacting to it. So what idea I wanted to convey is, when Nifty was at 18,000 something 800, in the group I mentioned that this is the point where it is the fools will get into the every media, it's going to hit 21,000 and every stuff. Market is moving, but market has to move with time. If it has to go here, it will take it sweet time to go and hit this level in future. So it is not that I'm telling you it is happening from more than 10 years or something. Okay, I just wanted to share this line break chart and how you can do analysis. This is Nifty by India Wix. These are useful charts for people who do leaps, etc. And also you can do another kind of ratio charts and analyze them on the line break chart as well. So this was one question someone asked, and I've answered it for the larger audience. Okay, now another second question was someone asked is about sectoral performances. Let me just, actually I had planned to cover this sectoral performances. One second, kahan gaya? In the when I was planning to cover it in the when we move on to the RRG indicator. So it was okay. Let me show you one thing. Markets way you go to stocks. Okay, now this is the Indian stock market now. Now in this you go to sector and industry. So sectoral may someone wanted to do analysis on performance, how each sectors are performing. So this is by sector. You can see all the sectors here listed, their dividend yield, which sectors give the most. You can do sorting of that. Then by industry, you can see. And then there is this button called performance. Okay, so here you will see the apparel and footwear industry, automotive. So how are they performing? Let's say the year till date. So it's hardly a couple of days in this calendar year. Let's say performance last 6 months. So this particular sector, environmental services, has been doing very well. Okay, so what you can then do is you can see what kind of stocks are there in this particular sector. Environment, there is some maybe small caps, I don't know. You can just play around this. So here you will see each and every sectors.
But can you change the background? Background, can you change to white?
Let me move to this one.
Visibility बहुत poor हो जा रहा है black में.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
So that was the place I wanted to show, that it's the place where you can check the sectoral performances and stay invested in the sectors which are doing very well. So how to go to that is, again, come to your home page, go to markets, market mein go to stocks, just click on stocks, and then go to sectors and industry. Okay, and then you go to performance. Now in performance, you can see, you can say, I want to sort it by 6 months. So in last 6 months, for example, this sector distribution services is doing good. So you can always do some kind of analysis, that if you have a portfolio and you want to rebalance it monthly, so you want to remain invested in the sectors that have been in the top performing. For example, if after a month a certain sectors is leading one, then you want to shift your the bad performing stocks to the sectors within the sector which is performing good as per these data points. I have another set of a Google sheet which I'll show probably towards the end of the day today, which is earlier I used to look at this data, but I then changed my approach, which I'll discuss later on. So here you can see distribution services sector, which has performed in the last 6 months. How is each and every data? So you click on performance. So in this particular sector, you will see all these stocks that are part of this sector. And then you can see how is their weekly change, whatever the performance. You can see which companies are paying good dividend yield. So you can check dividend, sort by dividend yield, and check income statement, balance sheets, all the fundamentals data is available here. Okay, so this I wanted to show based upon one of the query I received yesterday. Now let me also cover one more thing, which is yesterday I showed you the news and stuff, right? So in the chart over here, when we come to here, the recent ones are coming up like here. You can also get this. You can also get this visualization. Where did it go? Market go to stocks. Earnings calendar over here as well. You'll see this. Okay, well, yesterday, tomorrow is TCS demand. Next week is what? So you can see the same stuff over here as well, and then you can analyze what was their what's their revenue forecast, and then later on you can see what was the actual and how much was the surprise percentage.
How
Okay,
authentic is this data? Authenticity?
I think it's very authentic. I believe.
Acha.
Yeah.
So we can trust on this data exactly, yeah?
Yeah, we can trust this data. And also, for example, this data that you see here, for example, let me pick an example of TCS. So TCS. Okay, here you can see यहाँ पे bottom में in E color, E icon. So here you will see estimate the revenue and the estimates given by TradingView's some algo, whatever they have it. And in the past, how much was the dividend given on this particular date? This was the dividend. X dividend date is 17th October, and the payment made to our bank accounts was on 7th November. So on 7th November, a dividend was paid. Maybe the chart would have been broken. So you need to adjust your chart for dividends. Always keep this button then on. Okay, so now what you see is these kind of buttons that I missed showing you yesterday. So in TradingView, you can see this as well. Also, in TradingView, what they recently have added is, let's say TCS Sky wanted to add futures. Now futures have rollovers and expiries, right? So now here you will see this icon arrow icons. What they tell is that on this particular date, 25th January, it's going to expire. If you have an open contract, then it will allow you to, I mean, it will make you remember that you need to roll over or your contract is going to expire. So this kind of buttons, I will tell you expiries, and this is very useful for people who trade in silver, gold, because they have very weird kind of expiries. So those who are not familiar with the expiries in currencies and commodities, so it is very handy for them that when are the contract getting expired. Some of the commodities, they get very liquid near to expiry, and real actions start happening in the next expiry, even 5 days before the expiry, and it gets very hard to exit, and you exit with very huge slippage in commerce, in some of the, especially in agri commodities. Okay, so this I wanted to show what they have included as per the feedback they must have received from the traders. Okay, so this was not yet yesterday covered. Then in the meeting yesterday, and I believe today, there are certain people who have enrolled for example, for their son or their daughter, and they are very basic and very I mean fresh to this stock market or investing world. So they wanted to they had a question that how do someone like for this son they should start like. So I can only speak of my journey. So for I have recommended whosoever has answered, like for first they should go through Zerodha's varsity document. It is very detailed and very well drafted. Zerodha varsity, once you have finished, you should or your younger ones should read the NISM ka all the PDF files, starting with the fundamental ones, understanding how the intrinsic value of a company is derived, how to read income statements and balance sheets, and then understand how do we build portfolio. In a portfolio, what is the beta of the portfolio, what is the alpha of the portfolio, how to generate alpha over benchmark, a different mechanism, different models discussed in those books. And then once you have discussed, understood some basic understanding is there, you should come and play around in TradingView. I mean, for the younger ones or the ones who, for example, some of my college friends who are listening, definitely come here after doing some reading, homework, play around in this, do some kind of technical. There are books for technical analysis as well, which if you want, I can share, or many are shared in the FFE library as well, which are very good books. For example, Pivot Boss, Frank Ochoa's Pivot Boss, and then many of them. But it depends in which level of detailed topic you want to go deep into. For example, CPR, you want to go deep, or you want to go into deep into other price action like harmonics, etc. So every technical analyst have his own kind of an area of expertise. Then come at the end of the day, you have to come on TradingView or a similar kind of a platform, be it Ami Broker or anything else. You have to practice, spend time with chart, do some technical analysis, draw some trend lines like this. Okay, basic stuff you start doing. The more time you will spend with the charts, it will help you as a trader to understand market structures. That, for example, this TCS was falling in this trend line, right? I just draw it. I never did it earlier. So market always moves in this structure. This kind of a structure is in the daily. And if you go in the lower time frame, such kind of structures you will also find in lower time frame. For example, over here, it might be in 1 hour or 30 minutes. You'll find a similar kind of we call it rising wedge or something. All these patterns you start reading and look some YouTube videos, very good videos you will find. So this is the second level you should do after reading the certain good books and NISM documents, Zero Diversity. Okay. Now, once you're done with this, the next step would be if you are really interested to go to next level, then start reading about options. And NISM also have options ka books, and then there are very good books. My favorite one is from Sheldon Nattenberg, and read about all the option strategies. There are very good basics, standard strategies. You should learn them by heart, and how their payoff structure looks like. At the end of the day, whatever you do, be it a directional or an option hedge strategy, your aim should be in the market to minimize risk. So practice how to do minimization of risk, learn how to do basic adjustment at least. So that would be your next level. And then you can move later on to the advanced level, like, doing arbitrage trading, pair trading, understand the Greeks, Vega, IV, Delta, Theta, all that you can do. And then once you're done with that, the last level will be to go and do all backtesting. If you are a coder or you have some technical background, at least learn one language, be it Python, be it AFL. AFL is for Ami Broker, JavaScript, .NET, or any C++, PineScript for TradingView. At least one language, if you are a young one, you should get familiar with. That's the way to go. And then if you have done all of this, then teach others also, because if you teach others, that is the best learning that you'll always get. Okay, so this is for the people who are very fresh, how you should approach in a structured manner, and it will not happen in a 6 months time or 1 year. It will be a journey in its own, but you have to stick around and be very passionate if you want to do this way. Okay. Now, these were like the basic questions. I've already spent like 15-20 minutes of today's session. Now what we'll do is we'll jump into the questions, the session for today, exactly where we left. So yesterday, what we have covered is all the basics of TradingView, discussions on certain free indicators towards the end of the session. And today we are going to have a discussion on some of these premium indicator or strategies. Okay, so let me just move to that particular section. I believe the presentation is has been received. It's with you all of received with all of you, and you have the recording link as well. So you can always feel free to read if I may have missed in today's presentation to explain anything. Okay. So we start off with the first one. For example, the first one, what we have is RRG. RRG stands for relative rotation graphs. So what you see in relative rotation graph, this is, I'll explain in detail. For example, this is a 2D graph plotation. Okay, so on the x-axis, what you see is RS momentum, and on the y-axis, you see is RS ratio. One second, let me just hide annotations. Yeah, RS ratio. And then there are 4 segments, this 4 quadrants. The first, say let's say this is the first quadrant, the top right, which is the leading. So if it is in the leading, then there can be some weakening. A sector or a stock can move from leading to the weakening section. So we have to read it in a clockwise manner. Okay, leading to weakening, then it may go probably in the lagging category if it has been weak for a very long while, and then slowly it will start to improve, and then finally may lead again after some time, or probably sometimes after a very long time. So this kind of rotation within the sectors happens, as we know. The big players, they go sector by sector. They do this kind of sectoral moves depending upon the market structure. For example, up lately the banking was doing very fine. Apart from in January it has not, but the December, November was very good for banking space. So likewise, in COVID times, the pharma and IT were doing very well. And then in between, after that, we saw FMCG and auto did very well. So what this indicator does, in the inputs, you see you have an input. These are inputs I have defined in the code by default, that all your sectors, I mean, when I say sector, in ticker, they are indices. Okay, all the indices, bank, Nifty, auto, pharma, metal, FMCG, media, realty, public sector, MNC, energy, infra, finance, PSU banks, private banks. And then I've seen the screenshot, probably not here, but there is a mid cap and small cap as well. Now it's the whole universe, right? Now the whole universe cannot be compared with Nifty. It has to be compared with Nifty 500, because they all, the stocks of individual indices, they are all part of the 500 stocks of Nifty, which is the CNX 500 we call Nifty 500. So the benchmark or the relative performance comparison of each of these is been done with the Nifty 500. Okay, so there is a literature link I've given on how these are plotted. What's the background, logic around this? How are they calculated? So it is there is a funda in this called as JDS ratio. I'll not go in technical. If you open this document, I'll show in a couple of minutes. Let me show. Yeah, let me hide this. And then, yeah, on the left, you see this is RS momentum and this is RS ratio. So what is RS ratio? So RS ratio stands for your relative performance of these individually with the CNX 500. Okay, so relative strength meaning your, say for example, pharma here is in the leading. So probably everything, when I took this snapshot before 31st December, probably pharma, everything was falling, but pharma was still sticking around. I think some COVID variant news was flowing in the market, right? BF7 or I don't remember. Something was going in pharma. So it was in the leading category. Whereas the PSU bank, who were earlier in the leading category, they started to go a little weak. Okay, like all the PSU banks we all know, from PNB to Bank Baroda to Maharashtra Bank, everything had gone bomb blasting. So they were cooling off. And similarly, we were seeing some pullback in the IT space as well. So these kind of rotations, you can observe that which sector is moving into the improving or leading category. So for our understanding, we need to first say, let's say we are a swing trader, or let's say I am an option trader. I need to first define my way of trading. Second is I need to find, okay, if I need to make a bullish position, let's say मेरे को cash secured put करना है या मेरे को एक swing trade ढूंढना है, तो मैं सबसे पहले I have to do top down analysis. I will go ahead and find which is the sectors probably the FII money is coming into, or the smart money is moving into. So I'll do a top down analysis. For example, I'll narrow down to CNX Pharma because it is moving from improving to the leading category. Okay, so let's say I picked pharma. The whole market probably is crashing. Let me move to the next slide. I'll explain this probably in a while. This is all whatever I've explained. This is all everything I've written, that how do you understand each and every quadrant. Okay, it's there for your reading, but I'm explaining you live here. So by default, everything is added compared with N 500 each quadrant, meaning what is x-axis, what is y-axis, which I just explained. So this is another example. Now we in the previous slide saw that pharma sector is doing well around 7 days or 10 days back, whenever I took the screenshot. Now within the pharma sector, which stocks are doing well? So I can see Zydus Life is doing probably good. Abbott India, it's नीचे जाते जाते वो पूरा वापस फिर से यू टर्न ले रहा है अपना एक मे बी रिट्रेसमेंट के बाद. Ipca Lab is doing good, Divis Lab. So probably if ye 3 or 4 which are in the good, so in market anything that is performing vis-a-vis other ये सारे जो नीचे हैं, for example Glenmark, Lupin, Sun Pharma, Dr. Reddy's, if these are still holding in a bearish market, then probably they will all gain strength when the market is turning around. They will gain further strength because they were stronger when the market was weak. So they are still holding up. They are not weak because their relative performance with compared with other in their cohort group has been very good. So this will be our focus area, meaning we identified a sector and then we narrowed down to the stocks. Now within the stock, what we'll do is, yesterday I showed you how to add the comparison in a chart. Okay, so what I did is I just opened a chart, let's say Lupin. I added all pharma ka counters over here. Okay, so what you can see is, for example, let me show one input I missed telling you. It's not in the screenshot, but there is a 20 value period data normalization, which is by default. Okay, so you don't change that. Keep it 20 only. So in this, it is the performance for past 20 days I've written down. Okay. So this is data till 27th ko I took a screenshot, and 7 to 27 we are comparing. For example, you can see the Divis Lab is 2.4, Abbott India is 7.5, Zydus is 2.5, rest everything is in negative. Okay, so that means these are the stocks, they are doing good and probably will also continue to do good. So that way you can build your positions around stocks which are doing good in the sector which is doing good, and within the sector you have the best of the stocks which are doing good. So probably if you are doing a swing trade or CSP in a fundamentally good share, or you just want to analyze markets analytically, so these kind of indicator helps you give an edge over others. Okay, so let me just now go into the system. let me just add this. So I add this indicator, for example. You don't need anything on the chart. Then you keep the daily time frame, double click, hide this as well, and then set the visualization as per your screen size. So this is as of today. Okay, as of today, probably metal is gaining strength. Now you can see some trails. So this trail is meaning 6 days have lagging given that how has they been moving. ये यहाँ 6 days पहले media was here. अभी वो धीरे धीरे lagging से improve हो रहा है media sector. Improving की तरफ जा रहा है. It is not in the improving quadrant right now, but probably it might go one day. Similarly, we'll see reality. Pharma is still in the leading, vis-a-vis every sector. Pharma is still in the leading category. This is as of today current plot on daily time frame. It is good you just see on daily only. Weekly, you will also can see. It will give you a different visualization because you're now looking at a very large time frame. I mean, kind of a 20 weeks kind of a time frame you are looking at, in which where you'll find Bank Nifty still outperforming because you are looking from. पहले आप 5th फ्लोर से देख रहे थे, अभी आप 25th फ्लोर से मार्केट को देख रहे हैं, right? So you stick around with daily, depending upon what kind of time frames you trade, stick to that time frame. And in inputs, you don't need to change anything. All the dark line is current, meaning 1 day से 0 day, okay? और ये उसका पूरा ट्रेलिंग है कि वो ऐसे घूमता हुआ कैसे आया है सर, कि उसका ट्रैजेक्टरी क्या रहा है. Okay, so this gives an comparison that where probably the strength is in the market. Okay, it naked eye से ही हमें clear दिख रहा है. And I've given different.
Suppose you analyze CNS FMCG, so it is falling and then rising down. You mean to say trajectory is falling?
Yes, it has gone from this particular weak category to a lagging category right now. So maybe just yesterday or one day it has been relatively little bit better, but overall it is in the lagging category on a daily time frame, I'll say.
And then daily and the longer time frame also it is falling now from top to bottom, right?
We can check the weekly. It is still in week or lagging on दोनों के बीच में है ये, in the middle. So you can do such kind of analysis with this kind of an analytical indicator. So there is a literature and this kind of indicators are available for US. I didn't find anywhere in TradingView this thing, so we coded it and you can play around with it. What I wanted to show apart from this as well, that in the inputs you can change the trailing length. ये आपको annoying लग रहा है, तो let's say you can use just this as 3. Okay, so this trail length will reduce. So अभी थोड़ा clutter अगर लग रहा था, तो that clutter will be gone. Okay, and scatter plot का resolution है ये जो diagram, the box is coming here. You can play around. For standard, keep it as 35. If you change this will get wider, and as per your screen size, you can keep it a default value. And when you are done, you just click on defaults and save as default. Okay, and at the top, I have given this as 20. You can do faster. This is like moving averages. You do how much fast you want to approach the data normalization. So that is kind of a smoothing factor is this length is 20. If I reduce this, so the data will be a little more faster then, okay, that you can see. So you can play around with this. The standard I use is at least 20 days or 22 days because 22 days represent 1 month trading days in market. So, but I go with 20, so you can just use 20 as well. Now these all are by default kept. Let's say you finalize on FMCG, okay, and FMCG may now you want to do further analysis. So you change benchmark to FMCG, ठीक है, यहाँ पे आओ, यहाँ पे indices पे click करो and type CNX FMCG, ठीक है. So now FMCG के against में सबको compare करा जा रहा है, ठीक है. So indices cannot be compared, I mean sectors cannot be compared with other sector, right? So यहाँ पे start adding FMCG में Varun Beverages, for example. You go to stocks, Varun Beverages, ITC, Marico. I would not remember all stocks, but let me, Britannia. What else is there? In Hindustan Unilever, how can I forget that? So you can add all of these. Let's say for now we can only remind of these. Uncheck everything else if you don't need them. Okay, here remove this. Mid cap, small cap, if you want to keep, you can keep. But let's say we'll remove all this as well. So now you will get a visualization कि ये Varun Beverages का बहुत पिटाई हो रहा है शायद, and ये ITC is still in the lead amongst all in the FMCG. ITC is still better than maybe probably others are not that great vis-a-vis in a daily time frame on 20 smoothing factor. So you can even go and do add different stuff. यहाँ पे comparative में इसमें जैसे we make it as Hindustan Unilever. What I just showed on slide, you can do add, go click on add ITC.
Colgate, Dabur.
Colgate, yeah.
Colgate, Dabur.
Say same scale.
हाँ, Dabur.
Dabur. Same
Marico,
percentage scale.
Marico. Yeah, enough. Then
Varun Beverages को भी ऐड कर देते हैं. Is there anyone else? Britannia को कर देते हैं.
Britannia. Nestle.
Why did it not add?
Colgate कर दिया अपने Colgate.
Yeah, it should add in the chart right away.
Yeah.
It should add. Why is not working? 1 second. Let me try in that one. Once there's some probably issue, we need to check. Let's say this one. I just explained this yesterday as well, just how to do comparison. Let's say we have ITC. You add Colgate.
Hindustan Liver.
And now here it is coming. वहाँ पे they moved from setting I have changed or something. Hindustan Unilever.
Britannia, Dabur, Nestle.
Dabur.
Nestle, ITC.
Yeah, we have ITC chart. Nestle. Okay, let's say these are good. You can then click on settings. Style में you can अभी ये सब candle आ रहा है. You change it to line. The kind of analysis, the same kind of analysis what I did. If you want to do similar kind of analysis, you can do this way. Probably some of you already know, but for the beginners, I'm just showing. And then you can scroll back around 20 days and see how are things looking like. Okay. So here we'll be able to see from December. Today is 9th, right? Today is 8th. So 8 minus 20, 18th, say we can have to check. We'll probably go to hourly.
But that chart was much better than this one.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do any sector. You can just, I'm just showed that as an example.
Okay.
So you can then see ITC is still better. From I'm 19th, I'm just checking for example. Let me go. Yeah, 19, 20 days ka jo bhi, this is now moved to hourly to show from 20 that how are these. So you can see ITC is still far better than other colors, right? The other colors are still down below. This particular one is very bad. So you can see how much is their percentage changes over the last 20 days. So if something is doing good, although ITC also came down, the complete market when came down, so ITC will not be left alone. There is also part of Nifty 50. So vis-a-vis, you can do a comparative check that, okay, if the market turns bullish, so probably ITC did not fall much, so it has the potential now to move better than it can move faster as compared to other stocks. So some hypotheses you can draw, some trading decisions you can narrow down, but you have to do this in the best of the best sector first. We just picked FMCG randomly right now, but you'll have to do this kind of analysis on the sector first. Okay, so that is about the first one. So all the Gann stuff is here. If you want to read कि ये plotting क्यों हो रहा, कैसे हो रहा है, what is RS momentum, RS ratio I just explained, relative comparison, and RS momentum is rate of change of relative momentum. It's one order of one order higher level of RS ratio. So it has been plotted on a 2D graph, and ye jaise, planetary movements hota hai, it looks like that. So you can check that, but there's nothing to do with astrology. I'm just saying that you can read all this stuff. Okay, so this is available for you. Now we move on to the next one. This is Pursuit of Happiness, just my name given by me, and don't go by name. The name is given because it took a very long time to me to put it to a good shape. And this is my favorite movie, Pursuit of Happiness. And once I finished this and tested it, took some trades, I was finally happy. So that's why the name goes. But what this indicator is, this is not a perfect screenshot. I'll show you in the system. We'll do some bar replays, etc. as well. You all know I trade Bank Nifty a lot, and all my automation is also around Bank Nifty. I am an index trader mainly, and in index also I trade Bank Nifty because of the direction it picks and the high premiums available for different strategies in options. But when I narrow down to Bank Nifty, for me to be able to trade Bank Nifty, I also need to narrow down to the stocks. Now, which all stocks are there in Bank Nifty? Starting from HDFC Bank, all 12 stocks in the sequence by of the weightage defined by NSE are listed here, like HDFC, then ICICI, SBI, Kotak, Axis. Abhi probably Axis ka might have they do every, I think, quarterly or 6 months they change the weightage, looking at the performance. If the stock is not performing well, they change the allocation, the weightage. They reduce the weightage. If Axis Bank, for example, has been now performing good for a quarter or so, they'll increase its weightage. So the index itself, our exchange maintains momentum in the index itself. If you remain invested in the index, that automatically you are doing momentum investing also. Okay, so that's the best part of our exchange, and how they kick out the bad ones. For example, let's say if a particular, let's say not AU Bank, Bandhan Bank was beaten down very badly after the recent result. If it continues to be very bad, it will be automatically thrown out from the index, and any other bank would be then added with some particular weightage as per the NSE, whatever they do some calculations. Now, what you see, all stocks are listed, all the percentage change, but the percentage change, this is on daily, that how much is the percentage change today. When we look at the index, we need to see what is the advanced decline ratio, meaning how many stocks are in advance, how many stocks are in leading. So for example, this screenshot, it is one of the bullish days. Okay, 26th ka hai ye example. Okay, the day I took the screenshot, I was working on this slide. So on that particular day, you can see here advance is 11 on the top right table. 11 stocks are rising, only one of them is falling, which is Kotak Bank. So this is another thing I personally check. Then there is range. What range says that is it up, which stocks are above previous day high. PDH is previous day high. And if it is trading within the previous day range, then it is inside. मतलब कल अगर यहाँ इतना कैंडल था, उसी कैंडल के बीच में ही आज ट्रेडिंग हो रहा है, then it is an inside trading. And then there is pivot levels. Is it above the pivot level or below the pivot level? So why pivot level? Because pivot is not a lagging indicator. It just gets plot like this. You see CPR indicator is plotted here. So the P in the CPR is the pivot level for 41,908. So it gets plot as the first candle of the day is plotted. It is a standard plot, a plain horizontal line for pivot, and it will not change. जितना भी बैंक निफ्टी को ऊपर नीचे जाना है, pivot पूरा दिन के लिए same रहेगा. So it is not a lagging indicator. So this is one of the things I check, which helps in terms of levels. I'll talk about these numbers, what these numbers are, and they have a very, very high significance when we do intraday trading. Okay. Then next is EMA 50, that how much is far away my each and every stock is from moving average 50. So if a number is very high or very low, meaning that has gone away very far off from its moving average, and we discussed yesterday, there is a tendency that hypothesis of mean reversion will come into play. So if it has moved very far off, it will probably reverse. If the EMA 50 is very big for the biggies, HDFC, Axis, ICI, Kotak, if that's the scenario, probably I'll be very cautious that the trend might reverse anytime. Okay, so this is the purpose of keeping EMA 50. Then there is contribution in this table. Contribution tells that, for example, Bank Nifty, this is the Bank Nifty ka futures ka bhi information is there. That Bank Nifty is, let's say today in this screenshot, it is up by 600 or 700 points, let's assume. Then how much HDFC Bank has contributed to this up move? How much? So we can see in this screenshot, all the three biggies, HDFC I call as king, ICICI is the queen, and then these are other, chess K, all other players. And the biggies have contributed. If biggies move in one direction together, then market is going to take, or bank in the index is going to pick up a direction. Sometimes HDFC is doing good and ICICI is in another opposite direction. Then it is tending. It might throughout the day not pick direction. You will chop here and there. Pick your stop losses, etc. So this is not something I'm telling you today. I have been practicing this for more than 2 years or something now, or more, maybe more. And one of the very big trader, he also does this. I would tell his name. You can find him on Twitter. His name is iTrade DJ. He also follows this kind of method. And what you see in here is some kind of levels. So whatever all the levels that you see plotted on here, right? So R4, R3, R2, these are resistance level, then previous week high, previous day high, weekly pivot, and then these are CPR levels, previous day low, previous week low, support levels, and previous day closing, PC. These are also printed here. Now, what is the need of having all these, too much of information, as I said, is also harmful. But when you are in intraday trading, you need to identify certain levels, and price reaction, for example, does always happen at certain level. For example, in this particular screenshot, this is the PDH, right? Previous day ka high. and this is weekly pivot. They are both almost at the same level. So we can see price is also stuck in this range. इसी जोन में है. अगर वो इस जोन से यहाँ से अगर रिजेक्शन लेता है तो यहाँ से पूरा ही नीचे जाएगा. अगर यहाँ से it takes breaks with good volumes, if it is cross this junction, this milestone, then there is big headways opens up, and we can see it has perfectly gone to the R3 levels. So it moved from R3 and then come down to R1 level. It moves from level to level. This is standard pivot, and you read book from Pivot Boss or Frank Ochoa or anyone who practices pivot, he'll tell you it works very, very well. Now, these are confluence zones. Okay, I call these as confluence zone, like PDH is confluencing with weekly pivot. Now here you see previous day ka low and CDL current day ka low is same. ठीक है, market has ये previous day का लो, आज का लो भी यहीं से लग के market पूरा ऊपर गया है, and ये previous week का भी लो है, right? So these are confluence zones. What I do is I go into the chart, mark demand and supply zones here, right? You must have seen me sharing demand and supply zones marked on the chart. What I do is I look at these levels. Also, I look at the chart. I see wherever there is support and resistance, I mark them. And many a times they work very good. Okay, so this is the table and this is the chart. Then there is super trend, EMA and VWAP into this. It's not visible in this screenshot. I go into system and show you. Then there is something called a +2 gear. So what is +2 gear? So when we drive a car, right, we are either in a first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear. So in fifth gear, our car is moving the fastest, right? So similarly, there is a Bollinger Band kind of a plot here. So right now it's in +2, meaning +2 is this band, this zone, right? This zone. So my car of Bank Nifty is moving on second gear. If it is in this zone, so you see the momentum in the third gear, it would be much faster. Similarly, if the car is reversing, it will be in third gear, -2 gear, -1 gear or whatever. So this tells in which gear my index is moving. This is personally, the way I look at the market, right? You may agree or not agree, but I'm just explaining what this indicator contains. Then my car is above CPR level or not. Okay, and in this CPR is just for a visualization, if that is the, where is the CPR and is the CPR narrow or wide? So whenever it is as basic concept, जब CPR बहुत narrow होता है, then there is a possibility of a trending move. When CPR is very wide, there is a possibility of a sideways or a choppy move. So if it is above CPR, it is above previous day high or below previous day low or whatever, it will start printing things over here. These things, and it is above weekly pivot, these things, you can configure them in very high funda softwares like Falcon and stuff. It is nowhere that a layman can do such things in TradingView unless he is a coder by himself. Okay. So you need very sophisticated softwares for you to get always alerted as soon as things are, looking like कि CPR आज हम day high पे चल रहे हैं and certain things are changing automatically. Then this indicator right now is suggesting that we can have a short triangle. There is a logic. So for example, I do directional option selling. So if I need to sell a put, I need to sell a call, or is it okay if I do a short triangle at this current moment? Then based upon the data, what should be the strike I should be selecting? So this is using pivot, but it depends upon the day because option prices will differ by day. Monday को कुछ और प्राइस होगा, एक्सपायरी डे पे ये इनमें कुछ प्रीमियम्स नहीं होंगे. So this is just for representation, or if you need, you can go into the next expiry where premiums are good. If you still want to do a short triangle, what is the volume on the current bar? And if the volumes on the current bar is greater than the average volumes, then, and it is moving up in a direction, That means it is moving with volumes. So it is very high significant. All these things, I'll tell you, traders who are very serious traders, they check when they trade intraday, take this into account. And intraday trends changes very fast. In Bank Nifty, you won't even notice that the trend when has trend reversed. Okay, so this is something I wanted to explain you in detail. Then all these levels are printed over here as well. So what you see, a short strangle for the beginners is meaning selling a put, selling a call. Okay, and put is the lowest. I mean, out of the money put and out of the money call when I say strangle. So this also information is in this particular table as well, short strangle. So if market is, for example, at 42,650 right now, so everything that is below 42,650, that particular all levels will be in green, and anything that is above the current market price will be in red. So for each and every cell of this table, there is a color coding done for a very good purpose. Now, not only the Bank Nifty is visible here, but you can also see that a trader who's trading index, he continuously want to monitor India VIX. कि विक्स में एक्सप्लोजन तो नहीं हो रहा है, मेरा करेंसी डेप्रिशिएट तो नहीं हो रहा है, यूएसडी INR इज देयर, US30 इज डाउ का फ्यूचर्स, कि यूएस मार्केट कैसा चल रहा है. व्हेन यू आर ड्राइविंग अ कार, यू आर लुकिंग एट द स्पीडोमीटर कि मेरी स्पीड तो एक्सीड नहीं हो रही है. यू लुक एट दी कि पेट्रोल तो खत्म नहीं हो रहा है, fuel tank का information indicator is there in the car. You look at your back mirrors and see पीछे से कोई कार तो नहीं आ रही, the market is reversing, you want to take a U-turn or something. So when we drive a car, it's just like driving a car. You want to have all visualization at one place. And in TradingView, this is not available anywhere. I've coded it I don't know how long it took me to come up with the ideification of this concept and personally use in my trading. Then there is this higher high, higher lows. कि market में जो impulse move है वो कैसा चल रहा है. So if it is lower lows patterns or higher high, higher lows pattern. So all this is also there. So let's इसका theoretical information we can you can just read it. But what I will go into and show in the system. So pursuit of happiness is just not an indicator, but it is a trading system. This indicator is closest to my heart, not only because the time taken to continuously improve this, but mainly due to the profit it has helped me generate over a large period of time in the option naked selling, intraday, and spread trading. Spread meaning a call buy, a call sell, and or a put buy and put sell together. So sometimes I have carried over spreads positions overnight, where the buy leg is just for the margin requirement, on reducing the margin requirement. With the conviction of ongoing trend, key levels, and understanding an option chain data reading, this indicator becomes a powerful tool to trade in Bank Nifty options intraday. Marrying these indicators with MK's M-score signal, there's another indicator we'll talk about in a couple of minutes. It becomes a deadly combination. I'm just not trying to sell anything over here, but this is what I follow is I've written it here. This indicator contains a lot of things which MK shall now explain in detail directly in the system with backtesting or playback, as it cannot be covered in a single slide. A recommendation to use this indicator is on 5 minutes time frame. Tables and labels can all be hidden if you feel that it is very annoying and too much information for any trader. Okay, so let me deep dive into the system. White background. Let me pick. Okay, let me just remove everything. Go to Bank Nifty. Go to 5 minutes. My favorites, where here it is. It will take 2 minutes, 1 minute to load because there is a big code, very big code for this. maybe I'll drink water till the time it loads. So only once it takes time to load, then it's done. All right. So here we have it. Let me zoom in. And so sometimes, let's say you see the bars are coming on this table. What you need to do this, if you are annoyed by this, click on these three dots, click on visual order and say bring to front. Okay, now your table is in front and in charts in the background. So it will not disturb you. If you need to take a screenshot also, it will not disturb you. You might have seen this screenshot many times posted by me in FFE group as well. So this is the indicator that you always see me posting and talking about. Okay, so for example, अभी तो ये पूरा very good downtrending ही है, but yeah, okay, let's still see. Use this replay button for example. यहाँ से शुरू कर लेते हैं. Okay. So you see, we are, if we want to hide these labels, okay, what we need to do here is go to style, go to last, say if you want to hide tables, hide tables, hide, if you want to hide labels, we hide labels. Okay, यहाँ से सब चला जाएगा. So let's keep it for, okay, let's remove it for simplicity. So this is 5 minutes. Market just opened here. We can see it is in -1 gear below CPR. It is still in inside previous day range. Previous day range is not yet broken. Then there is advanced decline ratio, and you can see ICICI Bank is already with -232 points. Meaning whatever is, this is red, right? It is mainly coming in from ICICI Bank. So one of the big is usko kuch to high temperature viral fever hai, right? So what we can do is check how this indicator works is, so this is a VWAP plotting, and then there is an EMA plotting. So this purple one is, I think, the VWAP, and then there is blue one is the EMA plotting. So this plotting will only come for intraday time frame. Okay, it will not come for historical, so that the chart remains very cleaner. And then you'll see this higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And then if you are a technical, little bit technical, you draw this kind of, for example, some trend lines. अगर थोड़ा बहुत technical कर लेते हो, so use these trend lines. Now you can see it has, once it broke this kind of a market structure, okay, ye higher high patterns is broken. It'll start and form the ulta pattern, right? The lower lows and lower highs. So for intraday, only the current day is of our concern. And you can even remove this Bollinger Band, etc. if it is too much of thing, right? You show BB, meaning show me the Bollinger, remove this. The length, the period of this Bollinger Band is 65 days. There is some reasoning behind this as well. 65, you can remove this, but let's say for now we'll keep it. So it has broken the range here. ICICI Bank is in trouble, and we start off with today's date. This is 9:25 candle. Okay, we start this playback button. So here it is saying you can do this short triangle currently. Okay. Now see how this information will change. Okay, this information is it'll keep fluctuating based upon how your index is moving. I'll just go next. Sorry, I just pressed 2 times. Immediately it turned to sell call. Okay, for 44,200. It has picked up from the quote a level. 44,200 probably is very far OTM. And you see volume here is picking. The volume is now more than the average volumes. So it is going down with huge volume, with heavy volumes. Car is now at -3 gear. मतलब पूरा reverse gear में चल रहा है अभी मेरा car. पीछे भाग रहा है. So I'll just play fast, right? You can see, you can, when you are in this kind of a structure, you can, if you want to do directional option selling, you can create spread position or sell naked calls. Sit until till the time indicator tells you to change the option trade. So this is still falling. You can see here you can see every minute how India VIX, USD INR, US 30 will keep on changing. So you'll see the table also live updating. So you can see this, how this plots. Now it is below the weekly pivot point as well. So I'll just play a little fast. Okay, you can see market is just Nifty, Bank Nifty was falling. We all know already. So no point. Now it's at during the day end. You were selling the call whole day. Almost we should be यहाँ तक से यहाँ तक अगर आ गया होगा, you would be in very good profit already. If you not yet booked. If you have not yet booked, it is saying that you earlier had a call sell, probably just sell a put also now, right? It is telling you to change your trade and do both side of option selling. And then as soon as the information may change, now this is 9:30 next day, it is again saying sell call. Short strangle saying sell put. If it is saying short strangle से sell call जा रहा है तो वो put को फटाफट काटना है. Intraday में you have to react very fast. You don't have to think a lot. You have to react very fast to the market structure. जैसा भी अभी तो अच्छा trending down trending ये days है. You can see it is still in inside range. जैसे ही previous day का low break हो जाएगा. अभी I have hidden this previous day का low. Let me add it. Go to style and add labels. Okay, this previous day low is now broken. You can see this red candle, previous day low, and this is the CDL. CDL is current day low. Current day low is below the previous day low. You know, this is where my Telegram group will start throwing you alerts. Bank Nifty below previous day low, ऐसे ऐसा करके आएगा वहाँ पे. So that you know that the market is trending and it is in a down trending, and it will keep alerting you. And probably my Google sheet as well, वो भी सब put buy में चला जाएगा पूरा. So this is indicator. Okay, I am doing price action with this, and we are also looking at options data. So once you are familiar with all three of these things together, meaning your setup, data reading, and price action, that is a complete package, or what I'll say is a deadly combination that an intraday trader should must have. And along with this, there are levels readings as well. You need to practice it, and only then it will come to you. Marking demand and supply zone daily. The first thing I do get up in the morning is mark, first of all, before even having the tea, is marking demand and supply zones in Bank Nifty if it has changed. Sometimes it just stays in the range only. So I'm just telling you what.
John, because there was a question from the member.
Yeah, let me just complete this. ये खत्म हो गया. Let me फटाफट complete this. देखिए आपने इसमें ऑब्जर्व किया होगा कहीं पे भी नेकेड पुट सेल आया ही नहीं है लास्ट 2 days में, राइट? इट हैज ओनली टोल्ड यू टू सेल कॉल, एंड मेनली एक आध दो बार जैसे ये पुल बैक होते हैं उसमें शॉर्ट ट्रायंगल में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है कि नाउ इट इज सेफ टू सेल अ पुट एज वेल. इमीडिएटली यहाँ से अगर वो बुलिश पकड़ेगा तो वो कॉल सेल हट जाएगा, यहाँ से वो सिर्फ पुट सेल बोलेगा आपको. Okay, so this is a system in itself, and you not only have a system, but आपको ये सारे stocks भी देखने हैं, heavy weights भी देखने हैं, इसके साथ में US market और USD INR और India VIX भी देखना है. ये सारी चीजें influence करती है. बैंक निफ्टी तुरंत चेंज होता है, पता नहीं चलता है. Okay, so people who are still trading Nifty may still remain in Nifty. I will not advise to anyone to jump to Bank Nifty, but people who have some experience and want to take a little bit of extra risk can jump to Bank Nifty. It has good premium for option selling, is what I wanted to convey. And beginners, they always should do spread trading. Never do naked anything, because anything can happen. Okay, now how to do the answer the question. So I'll go to hourly time frame. ओके, अभी आर्ली में ये प्लॉट नहीं होगा, ठीक है? इट इज ए स्टडी एरर. memory time limit exceeded. Why it is saying is the code is so big that in 1 hour there is so much of data now it is coming for plotting and everything that it is exceeding the maximum time that TradingView gives to execute a code. Okay, that is why this is an intraday indicator with a lot of package stuff. So you only have to use it at the 5 minutes time frame, which I've mentioned in the PPT as well. So what I do to mark levels is I first look at the very basic price action structure. Let me, कहाँ गया मेरा ये drawings? जैसे यहाँ पे it is taking ये विक्स है ना, ये देखिए यहाँ विक है, यहाँ भी विक है, तो ऐसा ये जोन मार्क करता हूँ मैं सबसे पहले, और यही एक नीचे करता हूँ, एक ऊपर करता हूँ, और अभी जैसे ये कर दिया मैंने एक, ये यहाँ से भी एक विक है और ये इसका टॉप, ये इसका बॉटम, और ये यहाँ से भी रिवर्स किया और यहाँ पे भी एक विक है. So these kind of levels I mark. This will, when you practice, it will come to automatically. It is very, very simple. And then what I do, I check if these supply and demand zones are confluencing with any level or not. When I say level, let me turn to 5 minutes time frame. So अभी तो ये वाला previous day low का level से confluence कर रहा है. Sometimes, as I showed you earlier, there can be a confluence like previous day, like this confluence. S4 level is equal to previous week का low. तो एक level में यहाँ draw करके रखूंगा advance में सुबह सुबह कि मार्केट कल को फिर गिरेगा अगर मंडे मॉर्निंग को, अभी तो वैसे गैप अप खुलेगा मंडे को, बट अगर गिरेगा तो यहाँ तक गिरने का पूरा चांस है. Some people know that I tell, okay, यहाँ तक chance और sometimes it happen. Okay, I'm not an astrologer and cannot predict future, but at least do some educated guess, right? And उससे बीच में भी एक लेवल है, करंट डे का, ये इस डे का लो है जो, वो भी आपका मंडे को इसके साथ कॉन्फ्लुएंस कर रहा है एक और सपोर्ट के लेवल के साथ में. So like this you have to do price action plus levels का confluence and then mark demand and supply zones. This will not come in one day. You have to practice probably 3-6 months, and then you take trades using such indicators. Okay, but you have to have a system for yourself. Don't take anyone's system, hilega milega or anyone. You have to build your own system. This is built by me own, and practice. That is why I'm able to explain so thoroughly. So you have to figure out what is your playground and then play there. Okay, so with this, is there any more questions, sir?
No, I'm opening the Q&A now. It is more than 1 hour now. So I'll let the public ask the question, and who want to go for a break, they can go break also. So I unmuted now. So you can unmute and ask your questions.
Yeah, Mohitji, good morning. It's a very, very beautiful, what we call all kinds of alerts, all kinds of milestones, everything got plotted in one single thing. With this, I think we should have one big monitor to have this for this intraday trading, I think. And one more thing, and one more thing, actually, as you have a lot of code stuff, considering this, what we call astrological moves, we can have one time machines. Tomorrow we can see it.
So, I didn't get the last part, sir.
No. As you have coding, like if you add this stuff, like astrological movement stuff, like what will be tomorrow, then you can have stuff. Tomorrow's plot also. You can plot it actually.
Okay.
Sir, one question is there, sir.
MK, just one question.
Okay. Sorry, sir. Just wanted to inquire whether we can use this for any stock or only index, and if index, can we use it also for Nifty 50?
No,
we have to use it only for Bank Nifty, and this has been coded purposefully for Bank Nifty. So let's say you can still do a Nifty over here. The only thing that will change is, I'll tell you. So Nifty maybe everything plotting, everything will work, right? Everything short triangle वो भी आ रहा है, but यहाँ पे एक जगह पे अब Nifty 2 बार हो जाएगा, right? ये पहले यहाँ बैंक Nifty था, बस उतना फर्क पड़ेगा. ये Nifty का डेटा दो लाइंस में आ जाएगा, क्योंकि बैंक Nifty में एक में डायरेक्ट जो चार्ट है ना, वहीं से कोड में कॉल किया मैंने.
तो एक कोड और बना दो ना, एक रिवाइज कोड बना दो ना Nifty के लिए.
हाँ बन जाएगा, थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा थोड़ा कुछ नहीं।
I'm after you in any case for last 2-3 months to make one
MK,
Nifty.
MK, I have one question.
Yeah, ma'am.
Since it's an intraday trading system, approximately how much of premium erodes at the end of the day, or when it says change?
So
Average. On an average.
premium erosion depends upon how much is the volatility. If the India VIX is rising in a day, probably it might, and it's a Friday, for example, the premium erosion may not happen. And if it is probably the premium, as we come closer to the expiration, as we know, starting from Tuesday, even in my Google sheet, I've mentioned this. Let me just open that once again. So as we come closer to expiration, we all know that premium decay will accelerate. So there is no fixed formula कि इतना premium decay होगा ही होगा, but because IV and theta they play a major role, and then delta, I mean कितना movement हुआ. If it is in the range. There's some background noise.
Yeah.
Okay.
MK Chandra here. This one, I know you took a lot of time developing that. I mean, this is really awesome. I just wanted if you
My question was not
backtested it.
answered, yeah. You just.
Okay. I thought he answered it.
No, he was just
Okay. Let him finish.
about
Let
to
him finish.
conclude.
Yeah, okay, no worries. It'll just take one more minute. So premium erosion depends upon the day. I mean, that how the day has also traded. For example, last Friday was a downtrending move, so probably not a great premium erosion might have happened if the India VIX would have risen. So, for example, you go over here in sideways strategies. You'll see the straddle and strangles. How much you? These are all sideways strategies: straddle, triple straddle, strangle. Double broken wing, iron fly, Batman ratios, time-based straddles. So here you can get a very rough idea, ma'am, if you are using this sheet, and probably after 1 month you'll automatically get figured like आज कितना movement हुआ है vis-a-vis ये strategies में कितना profit हुआ है. Then automatically you'll come to know कि okay, probably आज इतना range में ही market रहा है, तो straddle में there is very good profit because the premium decay has been very good, right? So, and also it depends upon India VIX also, how the India VIX is rising or falling.
Okay, thank you.
Please switch over to presentation mode, MK. Please
MK,
switch over to presentation mode, please.
I think I have a question regarding this table.
Yeah, please go ahead.
In person, is this table on the left hand side? There are two tables that are combined and they are not related. Level and short triangle, that is one table, right? And the price, yeah. This particular level and short triangle, they have no relationship with other columns. Am I right?
This, you mean this table is related with this or not?
No, that table, forget about it. This one, I'm talking about the bottom corner. Level and short triangle, these two are related, right? Price, stock, bull, all these are separate. These are two separate.
Yeah, these are separate. This is separate information. I forgot to cover bull percentage. So what is bull percentage is, for example, if anything is at the all day high. Let me just do live actually. That will be better.
Please switch over to presentation mode, please.
Presentation mode.
Yes, it's full screen here. Full screen.
I'm sharing my chart. You cannot see my full screen?
No, it is in full screen. I mean, you can also.
We can see it in full screen, Mohit. Not a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe at
we also have to go to full screen.
It is full screen only. It is full screen.
Okay, no worries. What I meant to say is, for example, IndusInd Bank bull percentage is 13.9. Okay, this means in this IndusInd Bank, whatever activity has happened, 100 minus 13, 100 minus, let's say this is round figure to 14, is 86. So 86% bearish activity, only 14% bullish activity as of
Okay.
this current market, live market. Let me just go to. I am hearing my own voice. Please go to mute. So this is IndusInd Bank. You can see it has just fallen down. So if I switch over to daily in this, so from top to bottom, the way it is currently closed at this level. Meaning यहाँ से नीचे से जो rejection आया है, it is only 14%.
Okay.
The only activity that happened is 14%. Let's say this is a Maru Bozu candle and it closed at the day top, right? So whatever activity happened during the day, that was all bullish activity, and market closed at the day top, so, day high.
Okay.
So it will be 100% bull.
I got the formula. I know I had done this calculation actually. So
Okay.
when it comes above 80, it is bullish. If it is below 20, it is supposed to be bearish. Actually, 50 is the line. As it makes higher high, the percentage will still remain above 80. Am I correct?
Yeah, I think I've given color coding around 7. Your interpretation is correct. Just the color coding thresholds are different, 25 or 75, some levels.
Okay. Okay.
If,
I got
if it
this
is in,
percent. Yeah.
If it is in between, it will be in orange color. Otherwise, it will be in green, or just say this is Dow futures, 86%. It is bullish currently.
So assuming that if IndusInd Bank makes a higher high for the day, okay, that means it will shoot up to 99 or something. After that, it falls
depends
back.
how much it has shortened up. If starting to reverse, this bull percentage will starting to change, and after a particular threshold, let's say 75, it is going to green.
Green. Okay. And I'm not talking about color. I'm talking about the figure here. If it starts, when it reaches the high of the day, it will be 99 or 100. Correct?
Yeah, if it has the current day high, it will be 100.
Okay. Then 5 rupees it drops. Say about 5% it will drop. Again, when it makes a new high from 1,000, if it made 1,200, again the percentage will remain same.
No, it will be again 100. So 100 is meaning it is at the day high.
Day high. Okay.
So for me to be able to figure out that which stocks are at the day lows and which stocks at the day highs, this is the bull percentage.
So, Yogi, what this is? What is your? Okay.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, please go ahead, sir. I can hear.
Okay.
MK sir, can you please explain this demand supply indicator?
No. Okay, let me just complete one more. The level and sell calls, whatever are mentioned here, are they related to stocks or this thing? Like example, in the Kotak Bank, on the left-hand side, the level says TC. What exactly relation Kotak Bank and TC level?
No, these are not related.
Yeah, exactly. These two are, yeah.
So this TC is part of your CPR. So here it is TC. TC is lower CPR. This one, this level TC. So they all are in. You can see sorted in an order or something. So this is not related with Kotak Bank. So I mean the chart is of Indus Bank. The TC value is 1217. That you see is 1217. It is nothing to do with the Kotak Bank.
Kotak Bank. Okay. So that is these are two different tables. The information on the first two columns is different from the last rest of the columns, right?
Yeah. This indicator is purposefully coded for Bank Nifty. So whatever TC value you'll see, it will be for Bank Nifty. It has nothing to do with individual stocks.
And the levels are arranged accordingly, ascending or whatever order. And when the price reaches particular, it becomes either green or red.
Perfect. You got it.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Great. Thanks.
Can I ask a question? Yeah. Hello.
MK?
Yeah, sir.
One query I have. You just said that in 5 minutes it will be visible. Will it show in 15 minutes also?
No, it will not actually. It'll time out. See.
Because
I'll have to remove some unnecessary code if you want to remove.
Because a few traders, intraday traders are 15 minutes traders. So if it would help if it is showing in 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'll have to remove some section of the code. Then only then the execution time will reduce. Right now it will work in 5 minutes.
Can we disable some functions in this
from settings? No, the disabling functions from setting won't reduce make it go away from the code.
Yeah, code will remain now.
But whole code will not run for whole time,
No,
right? Because
it runs very first time when you change. Let's say you run it to 15 minutes, right? The whole codes get executed.
Yeah, you reached to a maximum, huh, Mohit?
हाँ सर पूरा निचोड़ दिया.
कुछ छोड़ा ही नहीं आपने ट्रेडिंग व्यू के लिए.
Or will it work on 3 minutes also?
I think it should work in lower time frame. Let me never trade it in 3 minutes, but it should work in lower. Yeah, 3 minutes. Let me go to 1 minute. Yeah. So intraday trading, you can good enough. 5 minutes is very good enough.
So, MKG, if it is keeping on changing the trade suggestion.
Sorry, go one by one, please.
Yeah.
Mohit, so it was in sector rotation that when you say that one particular sector is going from weakening to lagging, so can we interpret that the stocks of particularly that index, and then we can always filter out the stocks. So can we say that those stocks will be going more bearish?
We can say, but I never took a bearish trades on using this indicator. Typically, I have taken CSP positions a lot of times. I mean bullish positions, so that I can handle the delivery of Nifty 50 stocks.
Does it follow Wyckoff cycle like movement?
Sorry, which one?
Does it follow Wyckoff cycle like movement, accumulation, distribution? Can we consider it in that way?
It does not consider that Wyckoff plotting or Wyckoff. Yeah.
Okay.
In the code, there is nothing of Wyckoff in this.
I mean, the interpretation can be like either accumulation.
Yeah, interpretation can be. Interpretation can be. Yeah, you're right.
No, but you mentioned
only that have you ever come across a situation where a particular sector was say in weakening mode and it has again gone back to the leading mode?
Yeah, it has happened multiple times. It has not done the cyclic rotation. यहीं से ही ऐसे rebound हो गया है. ऐसा होता है. आप मैं इसको अभी ना plot आपको मैंने I should have done that. I forgot to do this. Please give me 1 second. Let me.
no, actually, you mean to say that, for example, now Bank Nifty is in the second quadrant, leading to weakening mein aa gaya. So then it has to go to lagging and then only improving, or it can straight away go to leading.
It can. I'll show up. That's what I wanted to play. It's better if I do it a demo of this. Remove drawings.
Because you mentioned somewhere that it follows a clockwise direction.
Yeah, it follows clockwise. I have this page open. So this is the literature link I have given you. So this is in literature, you say this follows this sequence, like from this to this, from this quadrant to this quadrant, from this and this. But sometimes what happens, it does a rebound from here to here. यहीं पे घूमेगा ऐसे गोल गोल. It's spending time. Consolidation or something is happening. So what I wanted to do is show a very quick demo. Let's say, let me just give me 1 minute for questions on the other one, since this has come up. So this is, for example, current market. Let's say we take it back at least, let's say 15 December. I'm going back 20 days. So 20 days palace, this was the thing, right? Abhi we'll go one day by one day and see how the rotation works, Ram sir. So we'll do a play. I'll just fatafat se play. You'll see media, how the rotation and trailings are happening. I'm just giving a glimpse of a demo. Okay, you can play around with it and see, historically check that did it pick up right or not.
indicator में मिल नहीं रहा.
सर ये इंडिकेटर में नहीं है तो मैंने लिखा है ना सर इन
Anyway, since you have done a
Premium.
lot of research on Bank Nifty, you can tell me now that it will go to lagging side now because market is expected to be up on Monday. So, but as per your clockwise direction, will it go to leading?
yeah
Can bounce actually.
see Bank Nifty may open 500 points gap up. That does not matter. What matters is, has Bank Nifty performed better than CNX 500 and compared with all these others as well? Then this plotting will come. This not individual plotting of Bank Nifty.
Oh,
Bank Nifty may open anywhere, but how compared to the benchmark index and its cohort group? Cohort group is what? Other sectors. Benchmark index is what? CNX 500. How compared to that? Because if it is opening gap up, everything is probably going to open up, right? So we need to relatively compare.
Okay.
Mohit ji will continue now because otherwise आपके indicators पूरे नहीं होंगे. So,
Yeah. One small question on that pursuit of happiness. You know that whatever that boxes made intraday, it keeps changing. You know, strangle, short strangle to only option selling, CE selling, or PE buying. So that is in tandem with the Google sheet you have sent, or it is?
No. Google sheet is not based upon any indicator at all. Only VWAP is in the back end of in the codification of.
I remember you mentioned earlier that the Google sheet is mostly based on data, option OI and things.
It is based upon options data, futures ka volume, USD INR, India VIX futures, and like these stuff that is coming long build up, short build up.
My concern is that there should not be some kind of confusion between Google sheet and this indicator. That's my only concern.
I trade personally I trade. Maybe थोड़ा बहुत इधर उधर हो सकता है, but 99% is what I told you. No, I personally check my price action first, my levels, then check indicator, because this is the fastest information. Bhao Bhagwan che fastest real time information available to us. Google Sheetman data is 3 minutes lagging. Okay, so and that is options ka data, and sometimes as I mentioned in the sheet, at the opening hours, this data is not reliable, because as soon as market opens, everyone will put in their straddles, everyone will adjust their positions. So you see 9:30 to 9:45, people still take decisions around their adjustments or put straddles, etc. So data is not reliable enough. For example, on this day also, yahan pe it kicked us out, and then it brought us back into the trade. Okay, so what I also advise, days like government elections, RBI events, the data is totally gooped up. वो कुछ भी होता है, so don't trade using data on such days. So this sheet is in tandem with what happens in the market, but this is a 3 minutes lagging information we get from NSE. So this is my last check. It's a confirmation checkpoint, but this is the fastest information, and price is the only leading thing in which is available in market, which we need to follow.
चलिए आगे चलिए.
Okay. I went too deep. Okay.
No, because we have only 1 hour left. Yeah.
Continue. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'll just go in presentation mode. So next one is Bank Nifty Ultra plus Sniper. Again, naam mein mat jao. Okay, so this is just a fancy name given. But what it is a positional trading system where we use the plotting at the bottom, that market is in a bullish trend or in a bearish trend. This screenshot, whenever it was taken on 26, at that point of time, it was in a bearish trend. Apart from the last big candle, which is counting the previous day high as well. eaten that up as well. So green plot is bullish, red plot is bearish. Within this, there are arrows that you can see, up green arrows and down green arrows. What up green arrows are saying that in the bullish run, there is more strength building up. In the bearish, there is more strength building up. Whenever the arrows stop, we need to be little bit careful, right? For example, in this phase, the arrow stopped. The trend might reverse, right? Yahan pe bhi the last day, in this green candle, there is no red arrow. So the trend can reverse, and it seems like we picked up a reversal from here. So this is very straightforward. A positional trading system we take in view. Earlier, I made a video also around this, where I showed bar replay of this. I can show in the system. I'll tell the history also around this and some recent development that has happened over this as well. So there is, let me also actually should read out certain instructions, and we'll show backtesting. 1 second. So Bank Nifty Ultra Sniper is trend following positional trading system or a strategy. It works on formulation of banking stocks, live daily change data, and defined with weightages and with a smoothing factor. The green band denotes a bullish trend, okay, and positionally, and similarly, the red band denotes a bearish trend. And like all other indicators, this indicator is also a little bit lagging in nature. So I'll be very honest with that. The green arrows, as I told, denotes the uptrending market, and the red arrows denotes the downtrending market with an accelerated momentum. For example, in the green arrows with the green shade meaning accelerating in the uptrend. Red arrows in the red shade area shows acceleration in the bearish momentum. Although the trader can ride full trend, मतलब यहाँ से green है तो वो पूरा last तक जा सकता है color change तक. But as part of this strategy, there are intermediate signals added to the systems as well, which was done recently. Whenever there is a long entry, we can initiate a bullish position, and we can, for beginners, they don't need to go naked. They should go with a hedging kind of a position. If India VIX is between 15 to 16, we should initiate. It's below 15 to 16, meaning a low volatility environment, low fear environment. So the premiums are less at that times, right? We all know when India VIX is very low, we hardly, as an option seller, we hardly get any premiums to sell options. So at that point of time, it is advisable that you do debit spreads. And when India VIX is above 15, 16, it's just a threshold level that I have defined for myself. For you, it can be 18 to 20, that you will do a credit spread only about 18 and 20. But this is general instructions for the beginners who are looking at the presentation today, that if they have to decide that what kind of a spread trade they want to do, they should do. If India VIX is very low, they should do a debit spread. If India VIX is high, they should do a credit spread. You can also do covered call for beginners, meaning future may we are bullish, future may we are long, and we are selling a OTM call or a ATM call. So that is a covered call. You can look at Kothari's YouTube channel. All these stuff are explained in very, very huge level of detail. Synthetic calls, bullish caller, these are all option strategies. So all of this can be done. I've just mentioned one of them as an example, two or three of them as an example. So book profit on exit signals, max loss on any given naked position. Let's say you go on with a naked future position, future naked ही trade कर रहे हैं. So as per the this values indicators, I have given 1000 points ka stop loss. So 1000 points into 25 lot size stands to 25,000 rupees. Now, why a very big 1,000 rupees SL is given? Because of the volatility of Bank Nifty. 1,000 point for Bank Nifty is nothing. It can make even bigger moves in one day, and we have all seen and how much of gap up, gap downs it can do. However, only in the last 5 years, we'll see in the back testing, it has given a loss above 25,000 due to a gap down in June 2020, and the position was unhedged. So it gave, due to it was an unhedged position or a naked future, and the market open gap down. So you can do nothing. You have to book whatever loss it gave. But nobody has to do this as a naked one, right? You all had to go with some kind of an option strategy with a directional bias. Some of the members who are already using it, they did a bullish call, a bearish caller, or synthetic futures. Recently, they made good profit also. And little bit, I guided them in early days. Okay. Now they are using it independently. Overall, the win rate is around 65% with backs drawdown of the capital of 8 to 10% historically. Now I'll tell you how to, if you are trading this, how to do this. Let's jump into the system. White wale mein jata hu. I'll get rid of this one. And this has to be, since it is a positional, we'll only look at the daily time frame. So this is daily time frame for Bank Nifty. Okay, we need to look at futures since we trade futures. So I'll hide all of these plottings. Once you are done over here, you can add this. Okay, there are two things here. One is an indicator and one is a strategy. So let's say how an indicator looks like. This is the indicator plot. There's no signals on this one, right? This is just a plot. Now, there is a difference that when we do a strategy, sometimes in the plotting, the last current day plot do not comes. That is due to some of the code, how the code has been written by me. The last value is not come in the, not in the indicator, but in the strategy mode. Let me add the strategy also. And before I add strategy, this plot will not change. Let's say you go to Nifty chart, Nifty ka future. So irrespective of your Nifty, let's say we go to Reliance, this should not change. Okay. So this plot will remain same because this has been coded with the Bank Nifty ka stocks with some weightages and some smoothing factors. So we need to stick with Bank Nifty ka futures charge on daily time frame for this particular one. Okay, whenever you up hai, so it is up, accelerating uptrend. Whenever it is down with down arrows, it is huge downtrending. Abhi bhi huge downtrending mein it has been, and it is in red. It is in bearish. That's why some of the members did a bearish collar trade recently. Now let me go to the strategy of this. Actually, version 3 is the latest one. Sorry. So they both look exactly that in plotting wise, they're exactly the same. But what you will sometimes find a difference is your last ka plot is not coming in the strategy because the strategy is currently running live. The last plot is not yet finished for this, and after market you'll see it here. So if I share it with you, I'll share both the versions with you so that you can see the indicator as well and you can see the strategy wala also. Okay, so that there is no confusion at the end of the day. And then alerts also are configured for this. For example, as soon as say for example, we got a long trade here. Okay, so you'll get an alert. The indicator has given a long trade. Then if it is given after 5 or 7 days, if it is given asking you to exit, you need to exit. And then likewise, you need to play from from signal to signal. Right now, no signal, so you don't need to do anything. And this is how it looks like. Another level of detail is you don't need to go to any lower time frame because it is a positional one. It has been codified with the daily time frame. But if you go to hourly, let's say, this kind of a plot will come up. So you यहाँ पे भी आ जाएगा, कहीं नीचे होगा. Okay, you'll see this kind of a plot. It'll start coming for this as well, for different time frames as well. But we have to work only on the daily. Because the SL, exit, all those parameters have been defined as per the range that Bank Nifty can take on daily time frame. Okay, so let me just remove the indicator now. We don't need it. We have one is enough. So like this, it will give you signals. You can see like this. Now, before I show you the backtest report, you can either write all the, if it is red, you can write it all the way. Let's say we want to do some testing around it. So we go to एक साल पीछे चले जाते हैं, at least 28 December 2021. Let me bring it here. So market seems to be falling. It is in red. So let's say we'll only trade color change to color change. Okay. It's for beginners, I'm telling. We'll only react when the color changes. As simple as that. Okay, so we'll keep the speed very low because we are in a demo testing right now, and we'll play this button. Okay, and we'll do a buying and selling. So abhi trend change hoga tab react karenge. So it is red, 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 red. Oh, it turned green. I buy. So यहाँ पे आपको करंट फ्यूचर में कितना नेकेड पोजीशन है, ठीक है? ये आप हेजिंग, आप तो वैसे हेजिंग करेंगे सब लोग, अनहेजिंग करना भी है, नेकेड बिल्कुल नहीं करना है. So till the time it अभी भी ग्रीन है. Let me make it little bit big so that it's visible. So it has turned to red. So we close the long position, initiate a short position. Short position. Abhi it has turned to green. We can take one if you want to take another, because this has not perfectly crossed over, right? So if you want to let's say check for one more candle, now it has okay in green, and the arrow is also there. So you close. Okay, I think I pressed 3 times probably. So let me just close one. I pressed 3 times mistakenly. So likewise, this will tell you क्या profit loss चल रहा है. अभी I actually did a wrong. Let me do one more thing. Exit this. Sorry for the issue. 17 December. Yeah, 29 December. Yeah, सीधा कहीं से भी ले लो. Okay. There is a video also I recorded on this. You can always watch. I initiate a buy. We are in buy. Till the time this changes, we will not react. You can just check chart. Okay, now I sell and ek aur sell. So now buy, another buy. It is switched over. We can wait for one more candle. Okay, it just saved us. Okay, now it has red. Red. It has just cracked. Red. Red में. Flat, green. So buy. Green में है. So we can wait for one more candle. Okay, now red. एक आध candle आगे पीछे, it's fine. No worries. So red. It is cracking down. So green, bye. Red हो गया. red, sell. Sorry, I need to make this up. Buy. One buy to close previous position, one buy to initiate a fresh long position. ये यहाँ से it has picked up a bull trend actually. This we all know, we have all seen. So this is up and this is down. So you can wait for one candle in such scenario. Now next day it has still saved you. In such scenario, which is a bullish candle and this is down, because this is using past information as well, it is showing red. So you don't need to close the long position. Even if you close it, but then you need to open next day again because it turned to green. यहाँ पे sell. So overall, all the trades, whatever the profit we made, it is showing you over here. यहाँ पे ठीक है, और यहाँ पे current trade का आता है. एक जैसे 16,000 ये current future का है, naked future का है.
ये नेगेटिव का क्या मतलब है? ऊपर नेगेटिव आया वो?
ये short position है सर.
हाई नेगेटिव 20,000 का क्या मतलब है?
ये लॉस में है अभी शेयर. ये शॉर्ट यहाँ की है ना, ऊपर चला गया मार्केट.
अच्छा.
Abhi, it's kind of flat. When it is flat, you still can wait until unless it is some arrows are not coming or it is not. Yeah, it has now opened its mouth. Okay, so you can sell. Buy.
And when you say buy, that means what? You're buying two position?
One to close the previous short position, another to open the new long position.
Okay. That means -1. So you are going from -1 to +1, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I've now made a mistake which close नहीं हुआ अच्छे से बात करते ऊपर जाता market में I should be long, वो miss हो गया. So it should be in positive. But overall, like this is how this you need to play. Okay, मैं इसको फटाफट close कर देता हूँ. ये जो भी trade open है ऐसे ही छोड़ के. ठीक है. So whatever you can do some testing and whatever profit or loss, it is will tell you कि maximum winning trade कितनी थी, success rate आपका क्या था. This also we saw yesterday, how much profit you made. Okay, that also will come here. I did not do a complete testing, but you can watch a video that's on my channel. You'll get to know what I'm trying to say. Now, another point I want to tell you very upfront, that this kind of a trend, ये ऐसा trend जो हमें मिला in 2022, you will not get this such kind of trends every year. So this यहाँ से लेकर के यहाँ तक अगर कोई move right करेगा, right, यहाँ से लेकर के यहाँ तक moves, ये वाले moves कोई right करेगा, तो बहुत profit तो होगा ही होगा, right? You will be in good profits if you write this to this, and when you make short position from somewhere here to here till here, you'll be in good profit. But I personally cannot write such, can sit and roll over. It is not just feasible. Our indecision will kick in. You will be influenced by news or groups, etc. So, and one of the member who subscribed to this indicator, for example, who he said, अभी यहाँ पे red आ गया, right? उनका, for example, it's 1 month का subscription, let's say. अभी ग्रीन नहीं हुआ पूरा 1 महीना, तो उसको तो कोई ट्रेड ही नहीं मिलेगा ना, नेक्स्ट ट्रेड. Maybe she is in profit or loss, or he is in profit in loss. But what's the point of taking any kind of subscription when the whole month the plot is same? Like यहाँ पे बुल में ही बैठे हैं हम. So that's where I added these intermediate signals. Okay, if you want to play intermediate, then you need to also have a proven system to work on it. Now this system, जैसे यहाँ पे, and ऐसा नहीं, it is not making giving any false signals. It also is 65% only accuracy is there. फॉर एग्जाम्पल ये देखिए, ये यहाँ पे बोल रहा है लॉन्ग करने को, नीचे ग्रीन है, इट इज सेइंग यहाँ पे लॉन्ग करने को, और यहाँ एग्जिट बोल दिया, उसका स्टॉप लॉस हिट हो गया, द रिसेंट ट्रेड, ठीक है। यहाँ पे भी शॉर्ट बोला और यहाँ पे जाके स्टॉप लॉस हिट हो गया, सो बैक टू बैक स्टॉप लॉस लग रहे हैं. सो इफ समबडी ट्रेड्स इट, let me now move to back testing, and if somebody trades it naked, he needs to have at least, he need to trade on at least full contract sides or bank Bs, meaning 10 lakh के capital पे he has to then trade, because 25,000 के 3-4 loss लग जाएंगे, right? Consecutive there can be 4 or 5 loses, right? So your 1 lakh to 1.5 lakh can be gone, which is 10 to 15% of your capital. You can see max drawdown historically यहाँ पे 10% बोल भी रहा है, and mentally then you will not believe that it is a good system, or you know, if it gave any false representation. That is why we need to do intermediate trades and take a hedged position. Our position can go wrong, we can do with options all like jugglery of adjustment, etc. But at least you know, you need to find positionally which direction I need to take. Now coming to the back testing, so in this setting, iske setting mein there is nothing, just the range I've given for the back testing. Okay, because if I give parameters to change, people will not set it properly, and some signal, false signal will come, and they'll make a loss. I want to avoid that situation. What I have given this is starting this year till end this date, 1 year ka back test, saying this many trades came, how much was the winning trade, what was the profitable trade. Now any system will do good if the bank Nifty has been trending in a trending all system will give you good. So we should not look only at 1 year's data, we can look at multi-year. इसको 21 करते हैं तो 2 साल का आएगा, 2 साल में अच्छा है कि नहीं है, ठीक है, then we should check रिपोर्ट मेरी अगर 3 साल में अच्छा है कि नहीं है, then you should check कि 4 साल में last 4 years ठीक है कि नहीं है. You need to check the parameters like drawdowns, profitability, you know, if the trades are too many that you just cannot take, you know, that also you need to check. How much is average trade, kitna profit aata hai. I think Jaya just closed yesterday caller mein itna hi profit, average trade ka profit. I'm just not selling but telling you. This is 5 years of data. So in last 5 years, let's say 400 something trades it's picking. ये TradingView के historical data से अपने आप pick कर रहा है based upon the conditions and codes given. Now when you see overview, this is the overview. You also need to go into the detailed performance summary कि max drawdown मेरा कितना था. अगर मैंने सिर्फ बैंक निफ्टी बाई करके छोड़ दिया होता तो मेरा कितना रिटर्न था, अगर मैं स्ट्रैटेजी रन करता तो मेरा कितना रिटर्न था, अभी करंट ट्रेड में मेरा क्या प्रॉफिट चल रहा है, राइट? हाउ मेनी अदर नंबर ऑफ विनिंग ट्रेड्स, हाउ मेनी नंबर ऑफ लूजिंग ट्रेड, शॉर्ट में मेरी विनिंग ट्रेड्स इतनी है, लूजिंग इतनी है, लॉन्ग में मेरी विनिंग ट्रेड्स इतनी है, and these are my losing trades, average trades, there's a lot of statistical data information available, any margin call you hit or not. Then list of trades, as I said, last 2 trades it was a loss making trade, it's gone purely based upon the signal, but there are you'll get, not every trade will be a loss making trade. You'll see some trade will be 14,000, 18,000, 17,000, maximum इसमें 35 या 37,000 भी है. So that why these are the losses are, you know, 25, 28 in this zone. Why? And stop, and these profits are 16, 15. Although the winning is higher, but यहाँ पे 23 भी है, यहाँ पे 23, 22, 17, 12, whatever, 28. It is because there is a trailing mechanism already in the code. For example, let me just minimize this. If we are in this long, let's say यहाँ पे long position initiate किया, and we are here, right? So what you will do manually, you'll go into Zerodha and change your trailing stop loss, which was from somewhere here to here manually, right? To next day here, somewhere here. You will keep trailing it. So that trailing is done now in the code itself. So whenever it either hits the target or the trailing, which is the threshold, it will tell you to exit. Okay, यहाँ पे जैसे इसने ये exit बोल दिया, then probably it checks the conditions again. If every condition is fulfilled, it will give you another long trade. That's a different story, that this long trade didn't work out and it's a loss-making trade. But the trailing mechanism, it's inbuilt in the code itself. You don't have to go ahead and manually punch it. If I mean, like manual traders, they go and every day they keep roll up their trailing stop losses. And this is a positional system. You cannot put in a trailing because your order will be cancelled at the end of the day. And I am saying we need to do in a hedged manner, either a collar or a spread or that kind of or a synthetic kind of a way with the readings of IV. As if you have matured knowledge of options, you'll understand what I'm saying. For beginners, I'm saying you just do spread trading, and you just have to test out a couple of sample signals using the live PNL indicator I'll be sharing on Tuesday, or you can check in the strategy mode, etc. And you can use the bar replay button. You can use the paper trading that I showed you yesterday. This is for beginners who are very new and seeing these such things for the very first time. Okay, so this is about this indicator. A lot I've spoken. So this all whatever I showed you is mentioned here. Okay, and maximum loss also, what it hit is because of gap down. You can see June 2020 data. You'll get to know what gap down I'm telling. This report. We'll move on to pair trading.
Mohit, now the 12:38. How many slides you have, or how much time you will cover? Because it should not happen that you are not able to cover all the slides.
We have around 20 slides more.
Now we are already 12:40. So how long you will take, and then whether you will be able to cover everything, or you want to take one more session?
I'll try to cover because one session, because next weekend we have Som sir session and then Adip sir session.
Yeah.
If members are fine, they can sit for half an hour more today. We can try to push it.
So that is the reason.
We can skip Google Sheet, etc. if that's okay.
No, Google Sheet will be required. Google Sheet will be required. So चलो continue करो, थोड़ा fast कीजिए फिर आप.
Okay.
So I'm not taking any Q&A session now. We will first cover your presentation, and if the time is available, then we'll see.
Okay. Pair trading will move fast because pair trading I have taken very detailed session already. Okay. So pair trading, I'll not explain all concept now. So pair trading for beginners, I'm just telling you again, we go long in one pair and we got short in another pair. So the pair, they are either, index, the Bank Nifty may long, Nifty may short, or I'm in the same segment, currency may long, GBP may long, इसमें short, और stocks में है तो हमारे Bajaj Finance में long, Bajaj Finserv में short. These are examples of pair trades. How to identify pair trades? We work on statistical models. So this indicator, pair trading indicator, at the bottom you see, this is an example of GBP INR and USD INR. Okay, so it is showing the correlation factor, that what is the current ratio of this particular value, meaning GBP INR divided by INR USD. This is the trade we took in the group, I think. I've taken this, that's why. Current Z-score stands for statistically, current ratio is how far away from the mean. So it is 2.5 deviations away from its mean. This blue line that at the bottom you see, that's the mean. And then there is a Bollinger Band kind of a structure. So from is mean say the current plot is 2.5 deviations away. So we are alerted when it is above 3 deviations above. जैसे यहाँ पे it is given 3 deviations above. So it is green. जब तक कोई previous low नहीं टूटता, we do not enter any pair trade here यहाँ पे. So we enter pair trade somewhere here. I think many members, Kirti, Sachin, Sudhaji, we all gone when in same trade together in our Telegram group one day. And then we made good I think 10,000 का में 3,000 का type का profit था. Because currency में it takes only 3,000 rupees for one lot. And if we do I mean, you can check margin requirement, it's very less. And in pair trading, if you do one short, one long, your position is somewhat hedged. So margin though reduce nahi hoga, it is already very reduced, but the strategy itself becomes a little bit safe. And currencies are not violent moves. Okay. Then there is neutrality. Neutrality meaning rupee neutrality. Let's park it for now. And then delta share, these are all statistical stuff. Then RSI, iska RSI kitna chal raha hai pair ka, you know, not GBP ka RSI, the pair ka RSI kya chal raha hai, it is showing that level. This is volatility, that this pair ka volatility kitna hai, annualized volatility. And yahan pe you see 10.94 and 5.55. This is the volatility of GBP, British pound. This is the volatility of USD INR ka ulta. USD INR ka ulta is INR USD, right? So you can see GBP is much, I mean, 2 times more violent than our USD INR. So you need to be aware of these certain parameters as well, because pair trading में कोई एक को short कर रहे हैं, but वो ज़्यादा volatile है. We have to be aware of this. And इस particular indicator में there is no normalization done for volatility. There is another indicator. In this it will give more signals to you for pair trading, and that is neutralized for volatility. This is pure on price and the ratio and their threshold levels and Z-score. Is pe I have taken detailed session 3 hours on Kothari Sir's YouTube channel. You can watch my video. I've given the link as well. So settings में ये है, अगर अभी previously we saw यहाँ पे ये ratio chart है, right? ये पूरा ratio chart है. Now अगर मुझे RSI का chart देखना है, इसी indicator को एकदम पलट देंगे अब हम. You see ये RSI बन गया. इस पे show price पे click करोगे, वो ratio chart बन जाएगा. इसी पे show RSI पे click करोगे, ये RSI बन गया. RSI of not GBP, RSI of this ratio. Okay, with the moving average बन गया. तो एक ही इंडिकेटर के मतलब 2 इंडिकेटर एक इंडिकेटर में. तो बिगर पेयर में जो भी हायर वैल्यू है, GBP INR is around 100, 101. We give that. So bigger pair में the bigger value is given. You can give your quantity 10 give देते हैं, let's say. RSI का period, RSI का moving average, you can all define it here or keep it standard. Your table, if you want to hide, and if you want to move this table on anywhere else, and that provision is also there. Okay. Now, pair trading ka detailed video ka link is this one. Please watch this video first. Then only you'll understand how this indicator works. I explained in very depth in that video. In free TradingView account, there is a limitation that users cannot see ratio charts. For example, Bank Nifty by Nifty in intraday time frame. Okay, I'll show that in my free account. आपको daily का दिखाने देता है free में, but उसमें नहीं दिखाने देता है. So with this help of this indicator, you can even in the free account see the ratio in intraday time frame. Okay, I'll show when we move to this. The indicator not only removes above limitation, but also provides user a switch button to see RSI of the ratio charts. The ratio charts are built in the indicator with proven standard deviation parameters. Then there is all this stuff ki what is instrument A, B, iska volatility hai, correlation hai, ratio ka value hai, mean ka value hai, Z-score hai, neutrality. So neutrality meaning in contract value, what is the rupee neutrality? मैं इसको Bank Nifty और Nifty के example से I'll explain in a while. Then if you want to do rupee neutral trade, for example, Bank Nifty is 9 lakh contract, Nifty is 8 lakh contract, the delta is 1 lakh. So if we are short Bank Nifty and we are long Nifty, so in rupee terms, we are 1 lakh extra short in contract value term. And if we want to be neutralized in the rupee terms as well, तो वो 1 लाख का हम निफ्टी 20 ले लेंगे, ताकि जब हम निफ्टी में लॉन्ग जाए तो हम 9 लाख ही शॉर्ट है एक जगह और 9 लाख ही लॉन्ग एक जगह पे. वो रूपी न्यूट्रलिटी अगर ट्रेड करना है तो वो उसके लिए है. RSI level भी है इसमें, and analyzed volatility of the pair to understand the behavior and fluctuation of the pair historically. Rules of entry exit with example and all advantage disadvantage are covered in the video link above. Request members to go through the video in details if they plan to use this indicator for pair trading. Then there's this next indicator. I'll first just quickly show that one, not go in very detail. Say this is Bank Nifty, the spot. Now I add pair trading. So pair trading we've added. By default, Bank Nifty is there. Quantities, you can change quantity if you want 25 and 50. So this is how it will look like. So whenever, as I said, there are threshold levels कि जब इससे ऊपर होगा तो we need to see breaking of a low. जब इसका low टूटेगा यहाँ पे we need to go short. So we short here and we just write the whole path. In between also you can exit. Abhi currently there is no trade. Now this is one example. I have a Google sheet जिसमें I have, I don't know, 400-500 plus pairs across stocks. For example, LTI का, LTTS के साथ, and so on, Britannia का Nestle के साथ. So we get pair trades as well. I'll just quickly give a glimpse of that pair, master pair. So please bear with me. I'm going a little fast in the interest of time. So this is a kind of a paid trading sheet I have. This is full of data. और यहाँ पे सारे पेयर हैं. Bank Nifty, Grasim by Ambuja, Bajaj Finance by Chola Finance, and so on. Okay, these are correlations, Z-score, neutrality, etc. Ratio, some more hyphen-do stuff done. Now all gets filtered with some values. We need to just look at the pivot levels. For example, अभी यहाँ पे pair एक आ रहा है, Indus Tower में long and idea में short का आ रहा है, but ये ऐसे घटिया pair को we don't trade. Idea में we don't trade. Then we are getting a signal in ICICI Bank and Axis Bank, but the Z-score is not meeting, so we'll skip this one. So this I'll tell when we, if someone goes ahead further, you can check my webinar on what are the conditions. Okay, यहाँ पे short आ रहे हैं, MRF Maruti Auto में आ रहा है कुछ. The highest one is 2.78. So Balkrishna Industries and Tata Motors आ रहा है, but उसका correlation थोड़ा कम है. So we check everything and only then we decide which one trade we want to trade. But what I mean to say is the system is a plot. Will tell you where you need to enter and exit. This is the indicator all about, and the sheet will tell you, okay, from the universe of all the pairs possible, probably which are the ones where your winning rate probably would be very good now because they are meeting our conditions. And what are the conditions? You should check the video. I'll not be able to explain in the remaining time now today. Okay, so this is about pair trading. इसमें सिग्नल कम आते हैं but अच्छे आते हैं. Now this is when I said and there's another pair trading system where we neutralize the volatility. But what we do, the volatility neutralization is, as we know, Bank Nifty is more volatile. वो ज़्यादा बड़ा range करता है. Nifty इतना बड़ा range नहीं करता है. Right? So US में there is a different voltage. India में there is different voltage. You cannot compare them. Right? So similarly, when there is a different volatility in the pair, you cannot do a perfect pair trade. You first need to neutralize. मतलब एक एप्पल और एक ऑरेंज है, उन दोनों को कंपेयर ऐसे नहीं कर सकते. उन दोनों को एक कॉमन फ्रूट बनाना पड़ता है पहले, एंड देन उनको कंपेयर करना पड़ता है. ये मैं आपको लेमैन इंग्लिश में बता रहा हूँ, बट इसको स्टैटिस्टिकली सब करना पड़ता है इन द कोड. ओके, सो व्हाट दिस इंडिकेटर डज इज दिस काइंड्स ऑफ plot an oscillator kind of a structure. ओके, ये आप देख रहे हो, ये नीचे जब ये ग्रीन में है तो हम, जैसे ये बैंक निफ्टी और निफ्टी है, जब ये ग्रीन में जाएगा तो बैंक निफ्टी को लॉन्ग करना है, निफ्टी को शॉर्ट करना है। यहाँ से ये यहाँ तक हमें अच्छा प्रॉफिट आएगा। ये ऊपर आप देख रहे हैं रेशो चार्ट है, आप देख रहे हैं कि रेशो भी मेरा ऊपर गया है, राइट। ये रेड में चला गया तो यहाँ पे देखिए रेशो भी मेरा नीचे आ गया, राइट। यू कैन एग्जिट इफ इट इज क्रॉसिंग अ मूविंग एवरेज और समथिंग, एग्जिट कुछ लेना हो मैकेनिज्म, कोई मूविंग एवरेज डाल लो, आई थिंक ये 50 या ऐसी कुछ मूविंग एवरेज डाला होगा। एंड यहाँ पे ये इट इज अगेन गॉन इन ग्रीन, ये वर्टिकल लाइन पे मैंने ब्रेकर्स लगाए हैं। सो ये बैंक निफ्टी में आपको लॉन्ग जाना है, निफ्टी में शॉर्ट जाना है, ये उसका रेशो है, ये ऊपर गया, आपको यहाँ पे ऐसे प्रॉफिट आएगा। बीच में एक आध दो फॉल सिग्नल आएंगे बट आपको फटाफट चेंज भी करना होगा। इन द ग्रुप आई शेयर्ड फ्यू डेज बैक कि ऐसा आ रहा है बैंक निफ्टी निफ्टी में, वी कैन प्लान। So yesterday, day before yesterday, then I told okay how it worked like. So this indicator tells you, this is one example. I can show another example in currency or in stock as well. But before that, I mean it's clear, right? Oscillator है, अगर green हो गया है तो bigger pair में हमें long जाना है and short जाना है, smaller में short जाना है। अगर red हो गया है तो bigger में short जाना है और smaller में long जाना है, करेक्ट। सो वेरी वेरी सिंपल। इसमें बहुत ज्यादा एंट्री मिलती है, एंड दिस इज अ 5 मिनट्स एक्चुअली। दिस लेट मी गो, दिस एंट्री यू विल गेट विद इन द डे। मतलब 1 बजे भी एंट्री हो सकती है, रात सॉरी 3 बजे भी मिल सकती है, सुबह 10 बजे भी मिल सकती है। तो जब मिलेगी तब एंटर करना है, राइट। बट इट कैन कंटिन्यू फॉर 4-5 days. Whenever you are in good profit, you can exit. You can use some trailing moving average or anything. इस पे रेशो पे भी सुपर ट्रेंड लगा सकते हो, जो भी कुछ फॉलो करना है आप ट्रेलिंग के लिए फॉलो कर सकते हो। बट दिस इज, यू नीड एन एंट्री एंड एग्जिट मैकेनिज्म, राइट। सो एंड स्विचिंग, अगर यहाँ पे हमेशा आप पेड ट्रेड को भी स्विच करोगे, मतलब लॉन्ग शॉर्ट में भी स्विच करोगे, तो दिस ऑसिलेटर विल हेल्प यू डू दैट। So VDC is volatility diversion, not divergence and convergence. Divergence meaning कि पेयर आपस में diverge कर रहे हैं, convergence meaning पेयर आपस में converge कर रहे हैं, right? So VDC stands for that. It's the simplest form of pair trading method for beginners who don't want to do deep statistical analysis. जो जैसे मैंने वो गूगल शीट में अभी दिखा रहा था, जिन जो उतना डीप नहीं चाहते वो लोग can have this. VDC stands for volatility, neutralize, divergence, and convergence. This indicator takes input data from stocks, futures, index. It neutralizes the volatility component and plots red and green bars on zero line as shown in the background. Trader simply needs to work on color change. Bar crossing from zero line. Ye central line is the zero line. Okay, trader, we need to react to these zero lines. If color changes from green to red, initiate long in bigger and short in smaller, and vice versa. Once one can hold his position till the color change, reversal, or use 200 EMA as the exit filter on ratio chart. Meaning ये पीछे जो लगा हुआ है ना 2 point something value is the ratio chart. You can do some trailing on that to exit your and enter trade. Entry time frame 5 minutes and hold positionally. It can be, a trade can be as long as few hours, maybe सुबह entry हुई और शाम को ही exit मिल गई, or it can be as long as 7-8 days. You have to hold the position. Because I've personally tried this and tested this, so I'm telling it can go up to 10 days or more. Safe traders can also play bull and bear spreads, meaning आपने एक आप फ्यूचर टू फ्यूचर नहीं जा रहे हो, आपने एक बुल स्प्रेड क्रिएट किया है बैंक निफ्टी में और एक बियर स्प्रेड क्रिएट किया है निफ्टी में। तो जो लोग ऑप्शन से करना चाहते हैं और या यूजिंग कॉलर्स करना चाहते हैं, सो एक बुलिश कॉलर इन बैंक निफ्टी, बियरिश कॉलर इन निफ्टी। सो थोड़ा हेजिंग भी रहेगा, और ज्यादा हेजिंग हो जाएगा। मतलब पेयर में तो इंटरनली पेयर में देयर इज हेजिंग, बट देन you can hedge your legs as well, individually as well. Something can happen for banking sector, etc. So if you want to avoid that kind of a situation, always operate in 1:2 risk reward ratio. In this example, For example, if your trading condition is like 5K is your SL, that much only you can digest. So you should go for 10K targets and 5K should be your stop losses. So we have to respect a good risk to reward ratio. So either your stop loss will hit, either your target will hit, or your exit or reversal will hit. So we have to respect whichever comes earlier. That's period. Done for this one. Only if both the stocks index has fallen significantly, there might be some MTM loss. The safe players who are ready to take delivery, stock index which is more beaten down. For example, दोनों बैंक निफ्टी दोनों ही गिर गए हैं. इसमें छोटा सा कुछ लॉस आ रहा है, for example 2-3,000 का. But you think okay, it has fallen significantly. Probably I can put a CSP now, or I can take a delivery, or I can do another option trade. Because it has given significantly, इसमें तो इतना loss नहीं है, but it has given you opportunity because the market has fallen so much to enter another trade, another option trade. So you need to keep your mind and your eyes open. That Hindi mein they say आपदा में अवसर. If there is a problem in this, then there is an opportunity somewhere else. So you have to think analytically what's happening in the market currently. I mean, that's what I do. I'm just telling that. So this is another example of Bajaj Finance, Bajaj Finserv and Bajaj Finance. You can see how it has worked. So another point I wanted to say is, when using this indicator, will not work in irrelevant pairs like Torrent, Pharma को हम looping से कर रहे हैं, although they are both pharma. It is good if you do HDFC Bank, Bajaj Finance and Bajaj Finance, LTI, LTTA, same group में करो, better है. Bank Nifty में करो, Nifty में करो, better है. Currencies में करो, better है. Gold, silver में करो, better है. But बहुत ही varied businesses जैसे Axis Bank और PNB, एक public sector है, एक private bank है. उन दोनों में नहीं करना है. So just a call out. Okay. Then next indicator is connect the dots Bank Nifty. So rather I'll show directly in the system this one. This looks like this kind of a table. Let me remove this pair trading. So this is something I use in conjunction. What happened? Conjunction with the another one, which I just show, Pursuit of Happiness. If I'm trading intraday, वैसे it will work in one day also. It is also a very big code, because you'll see why this is a very big code in a moment. So connect the dots meanings. I am trying to connect dots of multiple different indicators in one indicator. This is the master of all indicators, right? Starting from here, we have VWAP. This is SAR. Okay, this is a parabolic SAR indicator. WA is William Alligator. This is Super Trend. This is RSI. This is MACD. This is Commodity Channel Index, CCI, ADX, Relative Strength, Dawn Chain Channels, Bollinger Band. Now, ये सारे इंडिकेटर क्यों डाले हैं? ये सारे कुछ indicators are of. Let me go to my slide then. And then I'll come back to this key how scoring is done in this one. And this is the input also. I'll show you. So यहाँ पे सारे stocks you can give. यहाँ पे I've given, since I do Bank Nifty, and these are the heavyweights. I need to track what's going on in each one of them. पहले तो हमने levels में देखा था reading. बट अभी मैं तो फ्री अकाउंट वाला हूँ, राइट? 3 इंडिकेटर से ज्यादा लगा ही नहीं सकता हूँ. तो यहाँ पे तो मैंने 10-12 लगा डाले और उसकी स्कोरिंग भी कर डाली. सो दिस इज द एज व्हेन यू डू थिंग्स डिफरेंटली एंड यूज एन एनालिटिकल माइंड टू अप्रोच मार्केट्स. So what I'm trying to say is this, यहाँ पे there are 5-6 symbols entered given. If you are trading IT, change all of this stuff, put it to IT. If you are doing pharma, change all of this and put pharma stuff here, and you will get to know what's happening in all the technical indicators put together, what they're telling you. And this will work in all time frames. So connect the dot indicator is a scoring based indicator up to 6 stocks index combination, which works on 11 standard technical indicators. These are all standard indicators, right? It is recommended to add the heavyweight stocks for scoring based trend analysis. Scores are calculated based upon the buy, sell, and weight. You can see यहाँ पे buy आ रहा है, which is in red, buy आ रहा है, which is in green, sell आ रहा है, which is in red, and weight आ रहा है, which is in yellow, just like traffic lights. So the buy, sell, weight signals are based upon exit conditions in the condition in the code as per default settings of standard technical setting. For example, अगर RSI 14 है तो इसके कोड में मैंने RSI 14 ही रखा है, RSI 9 या 6 वो नहीं रखा है. This is just a call out कि standard settings जो है वो वही मैंने यूज करी है. You can, but signals I have defined thresholds कि कहाँ पे buy कहाँ पे sell, वो कुछ तो mechanism देना पड़ेगा, right? कि कहाँ पे weight, like RSI 40-60 के बीच में is a weight, 60 के above it is buy. So like that I've given conditions for each one of these 11 ones. Now what is the reason of picking these 11? There is because there are different categories of indicators. So in market there are broadly 3 kind of indicators, standard ones. One, it is trend following. Another is a momentum category indicator. Last is the volatility or the range based kind of indicators. So the trend following के examples हैं super trend, VWAP जो intraday में है, MACD, CCI. Momentum वाले हैं हमारे RSI, RS, ADX की momentum है कि नहीं है current. Then volatility और range वाले हैं. Bollinger Band में हमें narrow हो जाता है Bollinger Band या बहुत wide Bollinger Band होता है तो वो volatility या range बताता है. Dawn-chain channels वो बताता है 20 days के lows पे या 20 days का high पे plotting होता रहता है उसका. So there are certain categories and all different categories have been taken into the master indicator. Okay. It helps trader look at overall technical picture in one glance. It should be used in combination with another setup or a strategy. इसको standalone नहीं use करना है and इसको option buying में better काम करता है ये जितना मैंने इसको test किया है ये scoring को. Recommended time frame is 5 minutes to daily but not above daily time frame. Daily के time frame के ऊपर नहीं जाना है क्योंकि ये VWAP वगैरह indicator ये intraday indicators है. ये weekly में नहीं चलते हैं ये VWAP वगैरह आपको पता ही होगा. These are intraday indicators. So daily के ऊपर you don't have to go, but daily के नीचे any time frame you can work. It will work fine. Total score above 75-80. So how I look at this is when it is in a bull phase, right? Score will be very high. So whenever it is 75 or 80, I'll start looking at कि कहीं पे resistance होगा कहीं ना कहीं because score is too damn high, right? These are extreme readings I pick on. I'm not saying कि आप 20 से जब वो 80 जा रहा है उसको trade ना करो. You can do that, but I myself looking and working in intraday time frame check that technical picture is it damn too bullish or it is damn too negative. Then it is likely to reverse a contra view, right? Many do some contra positions in intraday. So that is my lens of looking and approaching this indicator. एक मिनट में इसको दिखा देता हूँ सिस्टम में. So this is in daily time frame. इसको मैं 15 minutes कर देता हूँ for example. So it will load, read data in. So 15 minutes के time frame में I will tell you everything कि अभी 15 minutes में Axis Bank is -3. HDFC and ICICI में last के maybe अच्छी closing हुई होगी. So it worked good. I mean, 18 is the score of cumulative of all of this. Individually भी score यहाँ पे है कि इसमें 8 है, इसमें 4 है, इसमें -1 है, तो उसका पूरा addition किया हुआ है यहाँ पे final. Hourly में you can see in each and every thing you can see a different score. Hourly में we are falling, so it will take a bigger analysis. All the standard indicators RSI का RSI कुछ different value होगा in hourly. So it is -60. It is in positionally it is still in bearish mode. वो 15 मिनट्स में ये पुल बैक आया है, इसलिए ग्रीन स्कोर है वहां पे. This is how it looked like. यहाँ पे TF is equal to 60 means time frame is equal to 60 minutes, which is 1 hour. And आप इसको डेली में देख लीजिए, ये डेली में आपको अभी -37 स्कोर है सारे स्टैंडर्ड इंडिकेटर्स का पुट टुगेदर. Okay, this is one. And this is an add-on indicator. This is not a trading system in itself, but I personally check on extreme readings. I react to it. That's my way of looking. Okay, let's tell you. Let me move ahead. This is done. Okay, so this is a positional index in USD INR trading strategy. So this is a strategy, and I covered. I've already explained this also in one of these sessions, probably a year or a 2-year back session with Kothari sir. Back then, I did not have an indicator, and it got coded over time. Okay, so what this tells is हमको long रहना है, either in Nifty or either in USD INR. When we say index, meaning Nifty or Bank Nifty. Long या तो रहेंगे, अगर से एग्जांपल हम निफ्टी में काम कर रहे हैं या बैंक निफ्टी में काम कर रहे हैं, हम एक में लॉन्ग है, तब तक यूएसडी आईएनआर को टच नहीं करना है. ओके, ये ऑरेंज लाइन है नीचे और एक ब्लैक लाइन है. तो ये ऑरेंज लाइन इज यूएसडी आईएनआर लाइन and this black line is index ka line. So if orange line is above the black line, then we will cut our position, long position in index, and make a long position of equivalent contract size almost in the currency. All right, मेरे पास इसका कम से कम 10 पता नहीं कितने साल का डेटा पड़ा है, पूरा back tested. If you need, I'll show you. Okay, and then there is this period. Don't change it. यहाँ पे करेंसी में यूएसडी आईएनआर रखना है. ओके, लेट मी, अभी मैं इसका बैक टेस्टिंग भी दिखाता हूँ आपको. हिस्टोरिकली निफ्टी एंड यूएसडी आईएनआर आर नेगेटिव कोरिलेटेड, right? When FIIs come to India, they push money. The demand for dollar is less, but the supply of dollar is more. So USD INR probably will not depreciate at that point of time. Money will move into index. Index will perform better, and currency will not do good. Okay, so whichever is the stronger hand, we stay long in that. As simple as that. If FIIs are moving their money out of India, out of equity market, so money is moving out. So they are buying USD INR to take their money out. So USD INR is going to go up, equity se money is going out, so Nifty is going to fall. This is a negative correlation. Historically, मेरे पास back-tested data है, then it is a proven fact. It is there in Zerodha Varsity as well. You can check yourself. So for those who are not aware what is currency market, यहाँ पे I have given like ये सारा detail currency market का expiry कब होता है, instrument type and etc. सारा कुछ information, settlement कैसे होता है, contract trading cycles, everything is there. System calculates the 12 days, 22 days, which is 1 month return, and divide it with the 22 days ka standard deviation. This is because Nifty cannot be compared with USD INR. So to be able to us statistically compare Nifty and USD INR, because दोनों एक एप्पल है और एक ऑरेंज है, तो एप्पल और ऑरेंज को सेम फ्रूट करने के लिए उसका वॉलेटिलिटी न्यूट्रलाइजेशन करना पड़ता है, which has been done here. तो ये डिवाइड किया है. Nifty daily volatility is more than USD INR, right? Currency doesn't move this, but Nifty can make good moves. Higher volatility means higher standard deviation. By dividing daily standard return of the standard deviation, we normalize the volatility between two instruments. So ये neutralize किया हमने volatility को. If the above metric is more in Nifty, we go long next day at open and exit USD INR long. Else, if the above metric is more in USD INR, we go long. It is a long only model, so we go long in USD INR. We operate in futures. If you want, you can do synthetic futures, meaning जैसे long जाना है तो call buy and put sell. ठीक है, बहुत दोनों में निफ्टी और USD/NR में there is beautiful liquidity available, so there is no issue of this thing liquidity, and it will reduce your turnover also. At the end of the day, we update Nifty and USD/NR prices, and we switch to the instrument which it has higher normalized return. Not considered in this backtest report. We have not considered brokerage, slippage, rollover charges, etc. So USD/NR market remains open 9 to 5, but our this market equity market closes at 3:30, right? And USD/NR ka expiry is not same as our equity ka expiry. USD/NR, I mean currencies ka expiry of the monthly contract is 2 days before the last working day of the month. So in this report, you can see, I think this is for 7 years, I think, report, how many signals we got, okay? How many were the wins, how many were the losing ones, average winning one, average losing one, maximum winning ones, maximum losing ones, how much was the drawdown, meaning back-to-back loss lag rahe the from highest point of our equity curve, where it went to the drawdown phase. CAGR मतलब कितना आया है 7 years में. It is a proven strategy. One of the gentlemen even covered the same strategy in Elon markets also sometimes back, and I have explained एक दो साल पहले कोठारी सर के चैनल पे भी. And this is CAGR by maximum drawdown. इस 22 को इससे डिवाइड करके कुछ एक रेशियो निकाला है. The more it is, the better it is. Nifty का market and expiry is mentioned here. So this was about this indicator. Let me show in system. Simply करना क्या है इसमें? That was theoretical ज्ञान I have given you. Let me change it to Nifty.
इतना ज्यादा ज्ञान दे दिया है कि वो अभी बाउंसर जा रहे हैं.
अच्छा ऐसा हो गया क्या? ओके, मैं इतना सिंपल बोलूंगा ना अभी. अब मैं कॉम्प्लिकेट शायद कर दिया मैंने. रुको से ये ऑरेंज लाइन करेंसी का लाइन है, ठीक है, सिंपल. और ये इंडेक्स का लाइन है, ये वाला. सो यहाँ पे जैसे लेट मी कहाँ गया वर्टिकल. यहाँ पे ये रेड डॉट है ना, मीनिंग क्रॉसओवर हो गया है. तो यहाँ पे वी नीड टू क्लोज आर लॉन्ग पोजीशन इन निफ्टी, लॉन्ग पोजीशन, ओपन अ लॉन्ग पोजीशन इन USD/NR. जब तक ये इसके ऊपर है हम USD/NR में ही लॉन्ग रहेंगे, नो मैटर USD/NR कितना भी गिरे, ठीक है. ये इसके ऊपर नहीं है. जैसे यहाँ पे ये इसके ऊपर आ गया, तो USD/NR में अगर हम लॉन्ग थे, उससे बाहर होके हम निफ्टी में लॉन्ग रहेंगे. सो इट इज एज सिंपल एज दैट कि ये डॉट टू डॉट चलना है. एंड यू कैन सी इन, क्योंकि वो दोनों आपस में नेगेटिवली कोरिलेटेड है, एंड इट इज हिस्टोरिकली प्रूवन. इट्स अ फैक्ट. So this is the indicator. You have to only remain long. That's it. In either one of them. और उसका बैक टेस्ट रिपोर्ट भी पड़ा है मेरे पास. आई थिंक मैंने सुधा जी के साथ एक दो लोग के साथ शेयर किया. आई थिंक पूरे ग्रुप के साथ शेयर किया था 2 साल पहले. अभी तो 2 साल का और डेटा भर दिया मैंने शीट में. सो दिस इज अबाउट दिस. आई थिंक ज्यादा हैवी हो रहा है अभी लोगों को. या ओके, दिस इज अबाउट Gann levels. इसका भी मैं ज़्यादा डिटेल नहीं बताऊंगा बिकॉज आई डोंट नो, वो भी हैवी हो जाएगा नहीं तो. This is Gann scale of 9. Very famous person. Gann was a trader who used to trade on geometric progressions. ठीक है, मैं एक बस इतना दिखा देता हूँ स्क्वायर ऑफ 9 होता क्या है. For beginners who are seeing for very first time. ये इस टाइप का, ये यहाँ पे भी है Gann scale of 9, बट मैं इसको पिरामिड वे में दिखाना चाहता हूँ. ये विकिपीडिया है. दिस इज ऑन विकिपीडिया अबाउट WD Gann. दिस पर्सन, यू कैन रीड अबाउट WD Gann. मार्केट में बहुत सारा उल्टा सीधा मटेरियल इज देयर. So he used to work on astrological parameters. There are theories that he picked concepts from India, written books, studied concepts from India, and he uses astrological and ये Mars Jupiter जो भी को करते थे, डिटेल में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. So at the end of the day उसने Gann square of 9 बना दिया. So ये Gann square of 9 क्या है? ये ऐसा दिखता है. Let me zoom in. So इसमें क्या है? ये central, this is a static Gann square of 9. Static Gann square of 9 meaning वो 1 से शुरू होता है. तो in this it starts, ये cyclical चलता है. ये 1 है, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then ये 9 numbers पूरे हो गए. Then next, oops, what happened? Then वो next cell में जाता है, वहां पे rotation complete करता है.
ये क्या हो गया? ये क्या आ गया?
Yeah, 1 second. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
एक minute, let me open it again. It got zoomed in. What happened?
वो
Yeah.
जूम की भी ताकत खत्म हो गई है.
Okay, this is Gann square of 9. ये ऐसे रोटेट करता है, नंबर्स हैं, और ये जैसे यहाँ पे 9 हुआ, फिर 10, 11, 12, 13, ये पूरा एक साइकिल कंप्लीट करता है, 25, एंड देन ऐसे साइकिल कंप्लीट करता है. अब अगर आप इसको टॉप व्यू से देखोगे ना, ये एक पिरामिड की तरह है. दिस 1 इज द बेस, राइट, एंड 1 मतलब पिरामिड का टॉप है. ओके, समथिंग हैज हैपेंड अगेन. Nonetheless, ये static है, and then there is dynamic Gann square of 9, which is like you can see in. Let me go to my presentation. This is a static Gann square of 9. Okay. Now wherever the market opens, वो यहाँ पे एक level plot करेगा in the orange color. There are numbers in blue color, which in x-axis and y-axis. And then there are in numbers in green colors, which is in diagonals. So इनको वो Gann बोलते हैं, वो cardinals and ordinals numbers. So इसके basis पे calculation होता है. ये these numbers, these levels, it is believed that they it reacts as a supply zone or a demand resistance or a support zone. And इसके basis पे this formulation occurs that कि अगर हमको short करना है तो we go short below this level, right? And अगर हमको long करना है तो we will only go long above this level, closing on above this level. So in indicator, there are inputs. You can, if you want to get rid of these tables, you can remove this table. इसका mathematical calculation सारा कुछ has been done in the code. And it will plot the value based upon the opening of the market. Like there are multiple ways to get the level for next day. Like आप previous day के close पे ले रहे हो या आज के open पे ले रहे हो या कुछ लोग आज का current view app डालते हैं और उससे निकालते हैं level. So my method is to take the open because sometimes there is huge gap up, and if you take previous day का close का value, तो next day के लिए level इतना far off आएगा, आपको trade नहीं मिलेगा. Right? So this is very basic. We will trade and we'll try to go till target 5. But recommended is that if you trade it in Nifty, you have to operate on 1:2 risk reward ratio. And ये जो width है, sell below and buy above. It is typically around 35 points. It is very plain, simple math. In 293 minus 259, whatever is the difference, let's say 34, 35, 36, जितना भी है, वो हमारा SL रहेगा. अगर हम यहाँ शॉर्ट कर रहे हैं, तो SL मेरा इस लेवल के ऊपर रहेगा, राइट? ये इसके ऊपर यहाँ पे. एंड टारगेट मेरा रहेगा ये जो इतना है ना, इनके बीच का जो डिफरेंस है, उसका 2 times at least. If it is trending, it will go even till target 5. Say if you are doing option buying or you trading in even quantities, तो एक तो आप लॉट आप स्क्वायर ऑफ करो अपना टारगेट पे. मान लीजिए 35 पॉइंट्स था, यहीं पे ही आपके 70 कहीं पॉइंट्स हो गए, एक तो वहां क्लोज करो और दूसरे वाले को ओपन छोड़ो नेक्स्ट लेवल के लिए। या तो टारगेट जाएगा पहले वाले के साथ कंपनसेट हो जाएगा, या फिर वो टारगेट 5 तक जाएगा दूसरे वाला। अगर आप इवन लॉट्स में नहीं है तो फिर अगर एक ही यू आर ट्रेडिंग इन ओनली वन लॉट, देन यू शुड फॉलो अ very good risk reward ratio. I advise minimum 1:2. So let me read about this indicator. Right, intraday levels will be plotted as soon as the market open. There are two types of level: trigger level, target level. We must operate. Okay, let me tell what is level. These are the trigger levels: sell below and buy above. ये trigger level है मेरे, और ये target level है T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, etc. So we must operate with 1:2 risk reward ratio. In Nifty, 35 point SL, 75 point target. तो इसमें क्या है ना, अगर आपके 10 में से 3 भी ट्रेड हिट करेंगे ना, तब भी आप ब्रेक इवन पे रहोगे, राइट? मैथमेटिकली अगर आप 100 ट्रेड करोगे, 33% भी आपका विनिंग ट्रेड है। 33% में भी इफ यू आर मेकिंग 70 पॉइंट्स एंड यू लॉस्ट 67 ट्रेड, इतना बैड आपका लक रहा, या मार्केट ऐसी रही, या रेंज में रही, यही घूमती रही, एसएल हिट हो गया, तब भी आप ब्रेक इवन पे रहोगे। सो मैंने क्या किया है, इसको मैनुअली हमारी प्रेजेंटेशन के लिए आई बैक टेस्टेड ईच एंड एवरी डे on bar replay mode. These are the results of each and every day tested by me. I might have made an error either other, but the point I'm trying to say, it is giving a good result at least in 1 month. 1 month backtest is not enough. If you take this indicator in future anytime, you should do thorough testing further, and you will see this SLs are in orange color. Targets are in green color. When there was no trade, मतलब वो ओपन हुआ और ओपन के बाद इस लेवल पे आया ही नहीं, कभी टच नहीं किया, ऊपर ही ऊपर चलता था. There was no trade. There are some days I have marked them in yellow color. So I want to tell specific point about these days. In may will get covered. So time frame, entry condition, 15 minutes candle should. We'll use a 15-minute time frame. It should touch or break the trigger level. For example, sell इसको इसके ऊपर से नीचे से क्रॉस करना चाहिए सेल लेवल को. बट व्हेन इट डज, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि इतना बड़ा कैंडल बना और वो पहले ही T1, मतलब लेट मी गो बैक, कि ये यहाँ पे एंट्री मिली और वो एंट्री इतना बड़ा रेड कैंडल मिला है, इट इज टिल T1. ओके, तो वो रिस्क टू रिवॉर्ड आपका खराब हो जाएगा फिर, क्योंकि यहाँ T1 पे अगर आप एंटर करोगे तो आपका एसएल तो बाय अबव के ऊपर है, तो योर रिस्क रिवॉर्ड इज नॉट गुड. So we have to wait. Probably it will go and again test this level. Only here we have to enter. मतलब reversal पे, pullback पे we have initiate the trade. So in these days which are marked in yellow, I purposefully marked because I have waited for them to come to my level, because the initial trigger was such that it was a very big candle. I mean already at the T1 or T2. So where our risk reward risk management does not allow that. 15 minutes candle, no trades to be initiated if the trigger candle itself is about target 1, which I just explained. Risky traders can still trade, but risk to reward might not be favorable, or they shall go for higher target. अगर आप इतना दूर से initiate कर रहे हो, फिर आपका target भी फिर दूर होना चाहिए. But I'm telling this because people ask me questions this. I don't want to get spammed. So सारे मैंने instructions अच्छे से लिखे हैं, उनको follow करना है. SL will be at 2 or 3 points above the other level. If you're going short, above 2-3 points above buy level. If we are going long, then 2-3 points below the sell level. Our aim should be always to get the trade around the triggered level where the risk is minimum. As I said, as a trader, our only aim should always be to minimize risk. इसको ऑप्शंस में भी कर सकते हैं, उसका डिटेल में मैं नहीं जा रहा हूँ, ये तो सिंपल प्लेन फ्यूचर्स बता रहा हूँ मैं यहाँ पे. Exit condition, either your SL will be hit or your target will be hit or nothing will be hit. You have to accept the trade. For example, यहाँ पे 7 points मिले दिन में, तो 7 points accept करो. -7 भी मिल सकते हैं, तो -7 accept करो, जो मिला वो accept करना है. If trading in even quantity, exit half quantity at target and keep trailing the other half till target 5 level. Only one trade per day. मतलब बार बार एक ट्रेड करने के बाद दूसरा ट्रेड दोबारा नहीं करना है, कुछ मार्टिंगल नहीं करना है कि यहाँ पे लॉस हो गया अगली बार मैं 2 क्वांटिटी में एंटर करूंगा, वो नहीं करना है, RTTM नहीं करना है, ठीक है, वो सब मैथमेटिकल मॉडलिंग नहीं करनी है इसमें, सिंपल 1:2 में एक दिन में एक ट्रेड लेना है। नो ट्रेड्स टू बी इनिशिएटेड पोस्ट 3 PM, दिन में कोई ट्रेड नहीं आया पर 3 बजे एंट्री आ रही है तो कोई ट्रेड नहीं लेना है 3 बजे के बाद, क्योंकि कोई टाइम ही नहीं बचा है। नो कैरी फॉरवर्ड, आपका पोजीशन फॉरवर्ड में प्रॉफिट में था, हम फिर भी आपको लग रहा है कल फिर और गिरेगा यहाँ से, हम आप चाहो तो ऑप्शंस के साथ सब कुछ हेड वेज करके जा सकते हो, बट वी विल नॉट डू एनी BTST ट्रेड, इट इज इंट्राडे ट्रेडिंग सिस्टम दैट यहाँ पे है, जो based upon the TV news, expert, WhatsApp group, whatever you see, just don't react to it. You have to, when you follow a system, you have to follow the rules to its core. Okay, and don't even listen to me. ये last में मैंने बोला, मैं भी बोलूंगा ना कुछ तो वो भी मत करना, जो लिखा है उस पे ही चलना है। ओके, ये खत्म हो गया, अभी थोड़ा फास्ट जा रहा हूँ मैं इसलिए। करेंसी ट्रेंड चेंज इंडिकेटर है, सो इन दिस इज आल्सो अ ट्रेडिंग सिस्टम इन इटसेल्फ। सो यहाँ पे व्हाट यू सी इज, जैसे वी हैड अ स्नाइपर फॉर बैंक निफ्टी, we have a sniper for currency market as well. So what this plot is combining all the 4 currencies that are traded in our currency derivative exchange, meaning USD INR, Euro, GBP, JPY, वो चारों को मिला के ये स्नाइपर है नीचे वाला, कि कोई एक करेंसी नहीं है, ये चारों करेंसी है, राइट। और यहाँ पे एक टेक्निकल पैनल भी है जो जिसमें सिलेक्शन क्राइटेरिया है हमारा। So for example, we see currency का स्नाइपर इज इन हमारा बुल मोड, ये ग्रीन में है, राइट, एरोज भी है नीचे जैसे मैंने बैंक निफ्टी में दिखाया था, एंड यहाँ पे सिलेक्शन लिखा है, सिलेक्शन में हाईएस्ट सिलेक्शन इज हमारा यूरो का, यूरो इज मतलब ग्रीन है तो इसमें ग्रीन वाले देखने हैं सिलेक्शन में, और उसमें भी हाईएस्ट कौन सा हमें वो देखना है, राइट, 1.9। तो आउट ऑफ दी होल 4 करेंसीज वी नैरोड आउट टू 1, यूरो INR में ट्रेड करेंगे। देन वी चेक द हीट मैप में USD INR नेगेटिव बट रेस्ट 3 आर पॉजिटिव, सो यहाँ पे भी दिस इज चेक 2 कि हीट मैप ऑल्सो ओके। फर्स्ट चेक ओवर हेयर स्नाइपर, देन सिलेक्शन, देन वी चेक हीट मैप। अब यहाँ पे आप देख रहे हो कि इस पर्टिकुलर डे पे इट इज ऑलरेडी सो अप, ये मेरा एक चेस द ट्रेंड है, ये पिवट पॉइंट्स की प्लॉटिंग पे चलता है, इट्स नॉट सुपर ट्रेंड, इट इज रोलिंग पिवट्स पे इट इज मूविंग, ठीक है। सो इट इज ऑलरेडी अप, सो वी विल नॉट इनिशिएट अ लॉन्ग ट्रेड हियर, बट वी हैव सिलेक्टेड यूरो एज द ट्रेड टू गो फॉर लॉन्ग फॉर, अगर स्नाइपर में ग्रीन ही रहेगा तो। आई एम रिपीटिंग दिस पॉइंट, वी नैरो डाउन टू अ करेंसी using the below method, but we will only initiate the trade when it hit the blue line, meaning at reversal. अभी इतना ऊपर है, यहाँ पे आप एंटर करोगे कहाँ स्टॉप लॉस लगाओगे, इसके नीचे, इतना दूर नहीं ना, we will wait. So let's say this is next, the previous slide was 15th November, okay, then we move on 29th November, this is still green, Euro is still in green, but it is now not as per the current highest selection, but that's okay, we had earlier figured it out. It यहाँ पे भी heat map में is Euro is still green, so whatever was, it was very high earlier, वो यहाँ पे कहीं high था, so ये pivots मेरे roll up हुए हैं, right, तो यहाँ पे हम एंट्री करेंगे at blue line, और SL मेरा रहेगा ये green line के बिल्कुल नीचे। तो देख रहे हैं आप कितना छोटा स्टॉप लॉस होगा हमारा always। so idea is to always have minimum risk as possible, कि स्टॉप लॉस गया तो गया, कोई बात नहीं। अब ये है नेक्स्ट, यहाँ पे हिट करने के बाद ब्लू लाइन पे ये ऊपर गया, पूरा ट्रेंड आप रहिए जब तक वो आपका ट्रेलिंग आउट नहीं करेगा, आप रहिए करेंसी में। तो इतना छोटे स्टॉप लॉस पे बड़ा बड़ा आपका ट्रेंड मिलेंगे अगर आपने सही से सिलेक्शन किया है, सही लेवल पे ट्रेड इनिशिएट किया है, जहाँ पे आपका SL बहुत छोटा था। 1-2 बार SL जाएगा, बट जो आपको ट्रेड मिलेंगे वो आपको ह्यूज वाले लंबे मिलेंगे करेंसी में, और पोजिशनल है ये, मतलब जस्ट फ्यूचर यू कैन गो लॉन्ग। ऑप्शंस इन यूरो, GBP एंड JPY आर रियली लिक्विड, only USD INR is liquid. I wanted to tell people who don't trade in currency. Okay, this was Euro. Recently, you might have seen me in FFE group posting about JPY INR and in Telegram JPY चिल्ला रहता मैं सब जगह पे, ठीक है? So JPY INR, this is condition triggered 21st of December, recent one. यहाँ पे green है, यहाँ पे selection में highest है at this point of time, and heat map also okay. Now अब यहाँ इतना दूर है, यहाँ enter नहीं करेंगे हम. राइट ये इतना फार ऑफ है मेरे पिवट लेवल से, बट यू कैन सी हिस्टोरिकली ये यहाँ पिवट लेवल को यहाँ टच किया बाउंस, यहाँ टच किया बाउंस. तो लेट्स अज्यूम ये दोबारा टच करेगा, वहां एंटर करेंगे यहाँ कहीं, एंड इट माइट बाउंस. ओके, सो इट टच्ड हियर, we will enter at blue line as we did for euro. We will enter here. So this entry came on 28th. People know me. I just mentioned on Telegram कि ऐसा ही करना है, ब्लू लाइन पे ही जाना है. तो यहाँ ब्लू लाइन के बाद it went very up. अभी तो उसके बाद का स्क्रीनशॉट नहीं है, और भी ऊपर गया था, फिर अभी थोड़ा शायद नीचे आया. तो it gives good result provided कि जब आप यहाँ ब्लू लाइन पे एंटर करेंगे ना, तो आपका ये स्टॉप लॉस छोटा सा ही होना चाहिए बस. गया तो गया स्टॉप लॉस. रिस्क मैनेजमेंट प्रैक्टिस इतनी हार्ड रखनी है कि स्टॉप लॉस देने में कोई दिक्कत ही नहीं हो. ओके, सो दिस वाज अबाउट दिस इंडिकेटर. इसके सारे रूल्स हैं फॉर बुलिश ट्रेड्स. चेक कंडीशंस. आपको क्या करना है, सारे ये कंडीशन सारा दिन भर बैठ के नहीं देखना है. शाम को क्लोजिंग होती है 5 बजे, उससे थोड़ी देर पहले आना है. ये कंडीशन जो मैंने अभी आई हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड, you have to come and check. Sniper should be in green. Currency shall be filtered based upon the selection. Heat map may it should be in green. I'm telling for a bull one. Reverse conditions applied for bearish trades. Chase the trend in buy mode. ये ऊपर वाला it should be in buy. ये ऊपर जैसे green में है तो buy में. For bearish it is totally reverse conditions. I need not to speak again. Entry rules. Entry only if currency hits blue line or is below blue line after initial selection conditions were validated positionally. Use replay button to revalidate initial selection conditions. मतलब आपको confusion है कि यार मेरी condition पहले validate हुई थी कभी, तो आप वो replay का मैंने आपको option जो सिखाया है, you have to use that and check in case of any confusion that were the selection conditions there earlier or not. Confirm them. Only then do. Our aim should be always to get the trade around blue level where the risk is minimum. Stop loss below green line for bullish trade and above red line for bearish trade. Exit rule. Target should be at least double the risk on the trade. If trading in even quantity, exit half at target and keep ट्रेलिंग अदर हाफ एज पर द ब्लू लाइन इज ट्रेलिंग स्टॉप लॉस. ब्लू लाइन से ट्रेल करती रही अगर ट्रेंड जा रही है तो. ओके, सो आई थिंक दिस इज द लास्ट इंडिकेटर व्हिच इज रेड बुल. वी आर ऑन स्लाइड 60 एंड ऑलमोस्ट 130. सो दिस इज अ रेड बुल इंडिकेटर. इट्स अ वेरी सिंपल, इसमें ज़्यादा टाइम लगेगा भी नहीं. So what is Red Bull? Red Bull is just an energy drink, right? So that's the name to it. And then what you see, it is showing you bullish entries, but there is some redness also into it. So that's the fun part of mine. But what this indicator is all about now, ये इंडिकेटर कुछ नहीं है, ये CAGR आपका प्लॉट करता है. ठीक है, ये आप देख रहे हो निफ्टी में वॉट एवर डेटा ट्रेडिंग व्यू से इट इज स्पीकिंग, इट इज सेइंग कि हिस्टोरिकली यहाँ पे ट्रेडिंग मंथ्स लिखा है, बट यहाँ पे क्योंकि डेली टाइम फ्रेम है तो 252 डेज डालना है. अगर आप वीकली करेंगे तो 52 वीक्स डालना है. अगर आप मंथ करेंगे तो यहाँ पे 12 डालना है. मतलब एनुअल देख रहे हैं हम CAGR का, क्योंकि एनुअल कैलकुलेशन चाहिए हमको. सो CAGR पॉपुलेट होगा आपका एंड एक क्लाउड टाइप का स्ट्रक्चर पॉपुलेट होगा. ठीक है, इंस्ट्रक्शंस नेक्स्ट स्लाइड में है, बट आई एम टेलिंग यू नाउ. वी नो फॉर अ फैक्ट दैट फॉर अस to trade, I showed you, right, Nifty and in the morning Nifty and this thing India VIX ka line break chart. And I explained like where the smart money comes into picture and where the foolish money comes into the picture. So as a mean reversion of prices, we have to exit our position or take profit our positions of our position when we are far off from the mean. मतलब ये mean है और mean से ऊपर है और यहाँ पे हमें exit red cloud आ रहा है, right? और जब हम mean से बहुत नीचे हैं तो वहाँ पे हमें एंट्री ट्रेड्स लेनी है. बट अगर प्लेन वनीला ऐसा करेंगे तो थोड़ा सा लैगिंग होगा. उस लैगिंग को रिमूव करने का देयर इज अनदर मेथड व्हिच आई विल टेल यू इन द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. Red Bull is considered it is to be traded on the concept of mean reversion. It'll give you a CAGR line ka plot. We must always buy or invest below the average line when the green line is significantly below the black line, which is the average line or CAGR ka line. MK shall demonstrate that three types of trend and three touch rule live on the charts. Child trend, father trend, grandfather trend. I'll show you in one example. If after our entry, the cloud formation after a few days changes, we have to exit our position. You don't have to reverse it and wait for re-entry as per three touch rule. Always be a buyer below CAGR line and always be a seller above CAGR line, mean reversion concept. Remain invested till the time exit conditions which are the opposite conditions of the entry conditions are not met. It can be used for doing CSP, spread, etc. also. It can be used for intraday trading as well as if one is experienced enough, and it can be used as a combo indicator with other indicator as a confirmation parameter. Trader must keep 252 days as the input for daily, 52 for weekly, 12 for monthly. For intraday, keep it as 250 only for lower time frame. Do not solely trade on cloud change basis as it will always lag. रुको अभी इसको मैं सिस्टम में I'll show. So this is like Red Bull. So this is the kind of a plot I get, right? So what is a three touch? Sorry, I just need to remove drawings. Yeah. So what is the three touch rule? For example, I need to make sure that we have to check this green, there is a green line, right? And red line. So green line mein there is at least three touches I am getting. I just need to plot this kind of ऐसा करके एक trend लगाना है यहाँ से जैसे एक second. Not perfect one, but it should be minimum 3 touches. If it is broken, see हमें red हुआ है यहाँ पे, right? यहाँ पे इस day पे. Let me remove. यहाँ पे, but top was here, right? We can't always catch the top, but we will exit where ये जो green line के अगर 3 touches के बाद breaking down, we need to exit. And if we are going, I mean reverse is applicable for long entry. जैसे कि यहाँ एक ये यहाँ से इसे 2 लेके आपको इतना रखना है. So this green line 1, 2, 3 and यहाँ से इसे ऊपर जाएगा तो यहाँ पे we have to enter. So we will enter bullish. So if such conditions are met, I'm okay to take bullish trades, right? And यहाँ पे if it is done, I will take a bullish trade. But अगर मैं long term investment कर रहा हूँ कोई ना कोई, तो मैं कभी भी यहाँ पे top जब average line के ऊपर है cloud, कभी भी मैं I will not put money. I'll always put money when the average line के cloud is नीचे and it is showing some conversion. You get my point? It is a mean reversion concept. We will try to reduce our position if the plot of cloud is far off from the CAGR line, right? Because at the end of the day, we all know CAGR Nifty का कितना रहता है, 12-13% जो भी रहता है. एंड CAGR से अगर फार ऑफ है तो यहाँ पे we can it is good entries, I mean to say, right? Because क्योंकि वो ultimately जाके अपनी CAGR के पास जाता है. एंड इफ इन बिटवीन लेट्स से यहाँ पे मैंने ये ट्रेंड 3 टच रूल के हिसाब से एंट्री करी, बट यहाँ पे इफ इट फर्दर गोस डाउन, ठीक है, ग्रीन क्लाउड बना के यहीं से ही एक रेड क्लाउड होता है, तो इमीडिएटली वहीं से ही एग्जिट करनी है पोजीशन. सो दिस इज अबाउट दिस. इसका एग्जांपल, आई डोंट नो समीर इफ यू आर देयर ऑन द कॉल. बजाज फाइनेंस, I asked him to buy put somewhere. Let me show 3 touch rule. इसमें ये यहाँ पे I told him. So I was tracking this. Let me now draw a vertical line. अभी don't feel like it is अब चार्ट बन गया तो मैं बता रहा हूँ, but I actually was proven wrong when I told him, because उसके बाद वो ऊपर गया था. Let me make it ये लेवल पे, right? Sorry, let me remove this. So I asked him to be very cautious of Bank Nifty once this green line was broken. उसके बाद हालांकि Bajaj Finance went up, right? यहाँ पे this was a trap move. This cloud always remain in red, and then it has never ever come in into the green mode. Now I will have another trend line. यहाँ से जैसे ऐसे करके चेज करके रखूंगा मैं हमेशा, जब तक कि इसके ऊपर नहीं जाएगा. आई विल नॉट एंटर एनी पोजीशन इन अ बुलिश वे इन बजाज फाइनेंस. ओके, 3 टच रूल के हिसाब से. और क्योंकि बजाज फाइनेंस राइट नाउ, ओके, इट इज बिलो द मीन. So whenever we are here and crossing above the three touch rule trend line, it will be a very good opportunity to go bullish. Historically proven, tested. Okay. This is all about the indicators. I'll quickly talk about Google Sheets. Just give me 1 second.
The father-son concept you were telling now?
Sorry. Thanks for reminding. So father-son concept, there is actually a concept वो होता है multiple time frames का, but I use a father-son concept in trend lines. Okay. I'll tell you what. जैसे कि अगर मेरा कोई ऐसा ट्रेंड है जो यहाँ से मैं ये वाला ग्रीन लाइन से ये ग्रीन लाइन से ये वाला ग्रीन लाइन, मतलब फार ऑफ बिगर टाइम फ्रेम्स पे, टाइम फ्रेम मेरा सेम है, बट आई एम doing this kind of a trend, right? Not this intermediate ऐसे वाला trend. So this is a child, क्योंकि छोटे में I'm looking for a pullback. ठीक है, this is my, ऐसा कोई ट्रेंड लाइन जब बनेगा मेरा, this is the father, right? And वो एक बहुत बड़ा अगर कंसोलिडेशन चल रहा है और वो 3 टच रूल उसका कंप्लीट हुआ है मेरा, so that is the grandfather. So the idea is the इसमें आपको ज्यादा एंट्रीज मिलती हैं, फास्ट रिएक्शन मिलता है, but you have to be fast in exit also, and better exits. Let me show on Axis Bank. ये अभी रिसेंटली ही किया था. So for example, this is यहाँ से this kind of a trend, right? ये 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch और 4 touch. इसके बाद यहाँ से ही निकला है, यहाँ पे somewhere here, right? यहाँ पे we can create positions. Similarly, we will continue to remain position. अब यहाँ पे भी ऐसे एक लाइन लगाएंगे, ठीक है, इसका लो, जब तक ये यहाँ से ये ग्रीन लाइन इसको नहीं करेगा, we will not exit. This is one, and as you can see, exit हमें हमेशा CAGR लाइन के ऊपर करना है, एंट्रीज हमेशा CAGR लाइन के नीचे करनी है, right? This is way to trade Red Bull indicator. जितना जैसे ऐसा लंबा लाइन रहेगा, ये ग्रैंडफादर रहेगा, और स्लोप ये ऐसा 45 डिग्री रहेगा तो ये फादर रहेगा, और अगर ऐसा 15 या 20 डिग्री ऐसा स्लोप रहेगा, तो this is the child. Okay, this is the idea. ये टेक्निकल एनालिसिस का पार्ट है, बट जस्ट टेलिंग यू कि इंडिकेटर्स में भी आप टेक्निकल एनालिसिस डाल सकते हैं, तो वो लोग करते हैं. Okay, this is one of the Google sheet around sector analysis. Okay, this is for long-term investing. So in long-term investment, this is strength. Okay, this strength is not percentage strength or normalization distribution function, etc., or CDF cumulative density function, they call it. This strength is based upon historical data of indices. At least 52 weeks, 1 year ka data. It will tell you which sectors have the highest strength, which sectors have the lowest strength overall from an investment point of view. So if I look at this current day today and I need to build a portfolio right today, abhi to I'll wait for Nifty to crash and then start it. But let's say I'm new to it. तो मैं ये 3 पकड़ता हूँ, टॉप पे मेरे 3 कौन है, राइट? ये 3 है, तो सिंपल. उसके बाद ये पहले मैंने आपको आई शोड यू परफॉर्मेंस इन ट्रेडिंग व्यू. सो वो अभी आई लेफ्ट इट. आई डोंट यूज दैट पर्टिकुलर थिंग. I use the something which in momentum investing and small cases model they use. So I get top three. Okay, in top 3 में PSU में I go. PSU में I will find these 3: UCO, JNK, Bank of India. So I'll invest in this in these 3. Second one is Nifty Metal. I'll make investments in the जो ऊपर है, ये निफ्टी जो इंडेक्स से ऊपर है. हिंडाल्को में नहीं बनाएंगे अभी, जिंदल और अदानी में ही रखेंगे. थर्ड इज प्राइवेट बैंक. प्राइवेट बैंक का बैंक निफ्टी में देख लेते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल PNB, RBL एंड फेडरल बैंक, इनमें टॉप 3 में रखेंगे. तो क्या होगा कि मे बी आफ्टर 2 weeks or 3 weeks, if this changes, let's say इतना frequent change नहीं होता है. Let's say FMCG comes up at 3rd place, private banks falls to 4th place. So I will exit all the stocks which were there in that sector and FMCG में जाऊंगा मैं. Go to FMCG. FMCG में जो भी टॉप पे होंगे, I will move that amount which I released and move it here. The idea is whichever sector is leading, it might continue to lead, and whichever stocks in that sector are leading, they will also continue to lead. You can yourself pick charts of Jindal Steel and compare it with all. You'll find for yourself. And even in the sectors, right? We all know PSU Bank did historically very well, so it can still continue to perform well. There is a re-rating being happening in the PSU banks. Nifty IT, we know, is been beaten down. So some people look at it as like, okay, Nifty IT itna gir gaya hai, so it is probably a best investment point right now. I don't look at it that way. If something has been beaten down, it can continue to be beaten down. It's my belief, because I follow momentum investment. When it comes to investments, I follow momentum investment for myself. So this is the sheet all about it. Pick the 3 top sectors, do investment in the 3 top stocks. As simple as that. It is called as momentum investing. And I share some screenshots of momentum investment every Saturday, Sunday with in the group as well. It is coming out of these only. Now, another thing, you already have seen this sheet, right? This is Bank Nifty ka sheet. So instructions are very well written. As you get a trade here, the whole sheet I cannot explain right now. There are YouTube links. I mean, all the members, as I said and promised, ki sabko I'll add for 1 month in this sheet. Just hover around, watch these videos if you want to. There is this Telegram ka channel where you can join if you want to. Telegrams mein alerts are coming. You can watch this video if you want to. Isme you get this M score basis pe put buy or a call buy, put buy or call sell. Monday, Friday we do option buying. Tuesday onwards you can do option selling, all right? And take trades after at least 9:45. so that there is mature data in this in option chain and some buffer time you have given for data to settle. Okay, avoid trading on these days. So as soon as जैसे यहाँ एंट्री आती है और अगले सेल में अगर नहीं आती है तो इमीडिएटली अलर्ट जाते हैं कि एग्जिट एग्जिट एग्जिट, ठीक है, यहाँ से एंट्री, अगर दिस एंट्री तो एग्जिट दिस पुट बाय, राइट, ऐसे एंट्री आएगा, फिर ऐसे एंट्री आएगा, एंटर दिस पुट बाय एट दिस प्राइस एट दिस टाइम, ऐसे करके बोलेगा. सो यू कैन जिस शीट में अपने आप में ही देयर इज ट्रेलिंग मैकेनिज्म. सो फॉर एग्जांपल अगर वो यहाँ पे आउट कर रहा है तो वो उसका कुछ ट्रेलिंग अपने आप हिट हो गया है, राइट. और अगर हिट नहीं हुआ है तो इट विल लेट यू, अगर देयर इज अ वेरी बिग ट्रेंड, it will let you continue to ride the trend. Recently there were days like it has only on one lot it went up to 14,000-15,000 as well, which I continue to share the screenshots with all of you. Apart from this sheet, there is paid feature of Sensible. This is the Sensible paid feature of multi-strike OI. यहाँ से although you all have view access, but you can still change this one. 42 whatever strikes you want to see कि with time how are the open interest changing of each and every strike. You can play around, you can see कि 15 मिनट्स में मैक्सिमम ओपन इंटरेस्ट कहाँ गेन हो रहा है, कौन सी स्ट्राइक पे, कहाँ पे ओपन इंटरेस्ट कम रिड्यूस हो रहा है, 60 मिनट्स पे कहाँ लूज हो रहा है, 1 डे पे कहाँ लूज हो रहा है. एंड ओवरऑल पूरी ऑप्शन चेन में कॉल राइटिंग हो रही है ज्यादा या पुट राइटिंग हो रही है. सो यू सी कॉल इज वेरी, मार्केट वाज फॉलिंग, एवरीवन वाज राइटिंग कॉल. सो दैट आल्सो यू कैन सी हियर. Some sideways strategies are there. This I added because in some time back when India VIX was below 13, it hardly was making any move during the day. छोटा कैंडल, डेली कैंडल बनता था. तो शीट में जब इंडेक्स ही मूव नहीं कर रहा है तो एम स्कोर शीट में भी नहीं आएगा ना कोई भी अच्छा सिग्नल, क्योंकि मूवमेंट ही नहीं है मार्केट पे. सो दोज आर द डेज यू कुड सी कि आपको कोई अगर अच्छा हेजिंग वाला कोई साइडवेज स्ट्रेटजी करना है तो यहाँ पे एवरी डे यू कैन चेक इफ यू वुड हैव डन अ स्ट्रैडल वो कैसा रहता, क्लोजिंग में कितने पे क्लोज होता, मैक्सिमम दिन में कितने प्रॉफिट पे गया था, पर मैक्सिमम दिन में लॉस में कितने पे गया था. वो सारे पैरामीटर ईच एंड एवरी डे के पैटर्न ऑफ यू नो द होल इंट्राडे ट्रेंड, वो आपको सारा PNL यहाँ पे मिलेगा एवरी डे. शीट विल रिफ्रेश एवरी मॉर्निंग अराउंड 8, राइट. तो रात को भी अगर आपको टाइम मिले तो भी आप शीट को बैठ के आराम से देख सकते हैं. सुबह 8 बजे के बाद कल का डेटा चला जाएगा. सो दैट इज वन. These are standard option strategy. Straddle, इसकी ये स्ट्राइक प्राइस, ट्रिपल स्ट्रैडल इसकी ये सारी स्ट्राइक प्राइस, ट्रायंगल ये अपने आप ऑटोमेटिकली सुबह पॉपुलेट होगा, राइट, जहां जैसे मार्केट खुलेगा. सारा कुछ आपको बस समझना है. एक बार ही वीडियोस देख लोगे, इट विल बी वेरी वेरी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड, क्लियर टू यू. डबल ब्रोकन विंग, आयरन फ्लाई, बैटमैन, दिस इज टाइम बेस्ड स्ट्रैडल. मतलब एक स्ट्रैडल डालेंगे 9:20 पे, एक और स्ट्रैडल डालेंगे जहां पे भी मार्केट होगा एट द मनी पे 11:30 बजे, एक स्ट्रैडल डालेंगे हम 1:30 बजे जहां पे भी मार्केट होगा. जैसे फ्राइडे को एक 42,600 पे डाला, फिर एक हमने डाला स्ट्रैडल 42,300 पे क्योंकि वो एट द मनी था, फिर और नीचे गया मार्केट, एक और स्ट्रैडल एक नीचे और डाला, राइट. तो क्लोजिंग में 3,500 प्रॉफिट हुआ. अगर आपने ऐसा प्रोसेस फॉलो किया होता तो डिफरेंट डेज में डिफरेंट व्हाट इफ सिनेरियोज यू कैन चेक. देयर इज वो गैन का एंड विक्स का लेवल एज वेल. फॉर एग्जांपल करंट प्राइस अभी इतना है, इंडिया विक्स इतना है, डेज रिमेनिंग टू एक्सपायरी इतना है, वीकली एक्सपायरी इज ऑन दिस डेट. तो अगर आपको विक्स के बेसिस पे रेंज निकालना है तो सपोर्ट 1 कम्स एट दिस लेवल एंड सपोर्ट 2 कम्स एट दिस लेवल. तो अगर S1 और R1 का आप स्ट्रैंगल करते हो, विच इज प्रीमियम इज 69 रुपीज एंड 104 रुपीज. यू अगर इसको शॉर्ट करते हो और इसको शॉर्ट करते हो, पुट और कॉल को, इट इज अ R1 S1 स्ट्रैंगल. आपको 173 का क्रेडिट मिलेगा, ठीक है. एंड मार्जिन, रेफरेंस मार्जिन स्ट्रैंगल में मैंने वैसे रफली ले लिया 1.5 लाख, 1.5 lakhs. So this premium, this 173 rupees into 25 is 4,000 something rupees. Okay, 4,000 divided by the margin is potentially 2.88 return if Bank Nifty will not make violent moves and needs no adjustment. Potential ROI इतना है. बड़ा रेंज चाहिए आपको, you move to R2 S2 level, right? Same thing is also available for that. अगर आपको iron condor करना है, meaning S1 R1 सेल कर रहे हैं और S2 R2 बाय कर रहे हैं, ये hedges बाय कर रहे हैं, तो अभी ये hedge ट्रेड हो जाएगा, तो मार्जिन इसलिए रिड्यूस हो जाएगा, 40 या 45,000 तक रहता है, तो उस पे आपको पोटेंशियल ROI इतना हो जाएगा, राइट? सो यू कैन चेक इट फॉर योरसेल्फ. आप इसको ऑप्स्ट्रा में भी डाल के देखेंगे तो सेम ही बताएगा वैल्यूज आपको. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस देयर इज वन गूगल शीट. पेयर ट्रेडिंग आई हैव ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन्ड यू, राइट? ये यहाँ पे पेयर ट्रेडिंग के जो सारे पेयर पॉसिबल जो है वो बना रखे हैं, उससे आते हैं सिग्नल्स. ओके, then there is something created in collaboration with Kothari ji very long time back, is an option payoff strategies. So for example, you want to initiate a trade in Nifty. Now you don't know कि क्या कौन सा ट्रेड बनाऊं मैं, और अभी समझ नहीं आ रहा है कुछ. आपके पास यहाँ पे you have more than 10-12 options. Okay, covered call करना है, ये करना है, Batman, straddle, strangle, RN fly, RN condor, bull call, spread, bearish collar, Z lizard, ये सारी ऑप्शन की स्ट्रेटजीज हैं. आपको अगर कवर्ड कॉल करना है, फॉर एग्जांपल, ये उसके सारे पैरामीटर्स है. ये करंट, ये लॉट साइज इतना, ये आपको एक्सपायरी भी अवेलेबल है. आप आगे की एक्सपायरी में चेक करोगे, ये सब चेंज हो जाएगा. 19th में करोगे, वो 19th का सारा चेंज हो जाएगा. 2 मिनट लगेंगे डेटा लोड होने में. एंड देन दिस इज लास्ट ट्रेडिंग प्राइस, करंट प्राइस. So let me pick an example of covered call. ठीक है, this one. Go to strategy 1. What you need to do is, अभी थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे it's not adjusted because I'm not prepared for this one. यहाँ पे आपको फ्यूचर लॉन्ग करने से हम यहाँ पे लॉन्ग कर रहे हैं, ये आप इसमें 1 डालिए और कॉल एक शॉर्ट करेंगे. अभी इतना दूर का नहीं करेंगे. You have to select the strike price. Say 18,400 करते हैं फॉर एग्जाम्पल, एंड इसको बाकी सब कुछ 0 कर दीजिए. सो यू विल गेट अ ऑप्स्ट्रा में जैसा आपका पे ऑफ आता है, यू विल गेट अ पे ऑफ डायग्राम लाइक दिस, राइट? एंड यू विल अंडरस्टैंड स्ट्रेटजी का नेम क्या है, मैक्सिमम प्रॉफिट कितना है आपका, एंड डाउन बिलो यू विल सी कि कितना मूव करेगा तो कितना हमारा प्रॉफिट लॉस होगा. कि हर एक पॉइंट पे अगर मार्केट इतना रहेगा तो मेरे को फ्यूचर में कितना प्रॉफिट होगा, और मेरे को कॉल सेल में कितना होगा, और नीचे अगर मार्केट जाएगा तो मुझे कितना लॉस होगा, राइट? वो सारा इंफॉर्मेशन इज देयर. एंड ऑल द रिस्क मैनेजमेंट जो है कि कितना प्रॉफिट, कितना लॉस, कितना रिस्क रिवॉर्ड रेशो है. दिस इज अज्यूमिंग कि मार्केट 15% से ज्यादा रेंज नहीं लेगा, राइट? क्योंकि ये अनलिमिटेड लॉस स्ट्रेटजी है, नीचे क्रैक करता है तो, बट वी नो 15% तो क्रैक करेगा नहीं ना, 15% से ज्यादा. तो उसको 15% एक थ्रेशोल्ड लिमिट दिया है कि इससे ये मैक्स लॉस चलो कैलकुलेशन के लिए, क्योंकि वी हैव टू कंपेयर अक्रॉस स्ट्रेटजीज. आपको सारे पैरामीटर चेक करने का एक मौका मिलेगा यहाँ पे. यू कैन चेक स्ट्रैडल, स्ट्रैंगल, कि किसमें मेरा ROI is coming better, straddle में, strangle में, which one is giving me better lower break even point. So when we use Opstra or Sensible, आप उसमें एक डालते हो, एक ही को देख पाते हो, बट आपके माइंड को अभी पता नहीं है कि और भी स्ट्रेटजीज पॉसिबल है क्या. मैंने वो सुन के, इफ आई हैव अ बुलिश बायस, तो बुलिश बायस में मैं कई तरह की स्ट्रेटजीज कर सकता हूँ. तो सब में क्या क्या ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट्स हो सकते हैं, क्या मैंने उन सबको कंपेयर कर लिया है, एंड उनके ब्रेक इवन एंड ROI एंड मार्जिन उनको भी कंपेयर कर लिया है. देन आई मतलब सारे पैरामीटर्स मैंने कंपेयर कर लिए, या मैं बस ट्रेड डाल रहा हूँ, राइट? सो दिस requirement sometime long time back Kothari ji had, and we created this, and you can change it not for Nifty anything. Let's say you take SBIN. So if you change it to SBIN, it will automatically pick your lot size. ठीक है, यहाँ पे ये सारा कुछ SBIN के हिसाब से हो जाएगा. You need to go SBIN में, अभी यहाँ need to select SBIN का strike price. अभी need to check it is some issue coming. I'll check that. But यहाँ पे you have to select strike prices for the stock you have selected. It will show you fine. There's probably some lookup issue. I'll need to check. It'll work for all the sheets, all different stocks. Acha, I think expiry is wrong. Sorry. 25th है ना? 26th है कि 5th? अकेले 20 next February का देखते हैं. No worries, there is some lookup we can check later on. The idea is that you can have a comparison done for all different strategies at one place. So these were some.
इसमें RDSE भी डाल दोगे? Can you include RDSE also?
हाँ, we can include sir. No, एक extra बस लगाना है.
लेकिन वो उसके अंदर कैलेंडर चलता है तो कैलेंडर भी ले लेगा ये?
ना, ये कैलेंडर का पे ऑफ नहीं रहेगा, वो इशू रहता है उसके में, पे ऑफ में. पे ऑफ के लिए आप सेंसिबल, यू शुड ऑल यूज सेंसिबल.
नहीं, सेंसिबल में भी वो आप कैलेंडर नहीं लेता, वो कैलेंडर में प्रॉब्लम होता है.
ओके,
वी कैन टेक देयर बट इशू है इसमें.
मतलब इसमें भी इट विल कम बट इट विल नॉट लुक लाइक वो कर्व्ड स्ट्रक्चर जो परफेक्ट आता है ना, जैसे ऑब्स्ट्रा में या सेंसिबल में, वैसा नहीं है, क्योंकि ये पूरा एक्सेल का कैलकुलेशन वी हैव डन हियर.
ट्राई करके देखो, अगर हो सकता है तो देन इट विल बिकम कंप्लीट पैकेज.
करेक्ट.
या जस्ट ट्राई. ओके, गुड.
So this is now I change for Bank Nifty. You select Bank Nifty ka strike, etc. Okay, I think I've again today reached 2 p.m. and done for whatever I had. Last thing is one last slide. This is about